at that.
Get you a little hump in this one. Felt the yell wouldn't be enough. Holy smokes, who are these guys? Who are these guys? San Diego Padres sweep the Milwaukee Brewers. Pat Murphy and his pancakes on to L.A., buddy. Go enjoy yourself.
Pocket pancakes. I forgot about those.
I watched his post game. Yeah, she's an interesting cat. He's a really, really, really interesting cat. And what a friggin' series that was. Padres playing great baseball right now. Excited about today. Got a lot to talk about. 3 of the best games you've seen all year. I mean, it just kills you. I mean, it just kills you watching these games. It felt like October yesterday at Petco Park. It was amazing. We will break every single part of that game down. I had to re-watch it on condensed this morning just because there was so much. There's so many moments in yesterday's, 2-1? 4-3. God bless. See, I told you. It's so many moments in that game that you just turn to and you're like, oh, yeah, we're losing. We're out. Oh, my God, we're back. Oh, no, we're out again. Oh, no, we're back. Oh, no, we won. Like, it was awesome. It was awesome. We are Ben and Woods. This is 97.3 The Fan. I'm Woodsy. Paul Reindel's our executive producer. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
I'm out of breath because I went and humped Ben. So I'm literally out of breath. Haven't exercised in a while. I haven't been feeling well. So I'm a little short on breath. I'm short. I got to calm down. Look at my heart rate.
Oh, my God.
75. That's not bad. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins as well. How are you?
I am great. That was, as you said, felt like October yesterday.
Awesome. Yeah, it was great.
Really, even the atmosphere at Petco Park. I was down there pre-game. We were down at Tom's Watch Bar, which is right there at Gallagher Square, and doing our 10 News community huddle. But just the atmosphere. The place was packed.
They did it during the game?
It was pre-game, like 11:30 to 1. We were there, and just seeing everybody going in. I mean, it's hard to remember. This is a Wednesday morning in San Diego. Like, school's back in for San Diego Unified and most of the districts, and yet still places jumping on a Wednesday morning against the Milwaukee Brewers. And then the game not only lives up to anything that you would hope it would be, but it's like a playoff feeling in the entire ballpark. It was very cool yesterday.
Yeah, it looked incredible, man. Hey, shout out right here. GB in SD says, guys, I'm headed to work for my last day after 33 years at FedEx.
Wow.
Retirement is here. He's driving into his last day. He's listening to Ben and Woods. Congratulations,
That's
man.
awesome.
That's incredible. I hope they took care of you, pension and all that.
I hope you don't end up like Tom Hanks at the end.
He did
stay.
Well, he did just fine. I'm sure he got a huge payout. And
I wouldn't say just fine. I mean, he did have to.
He was fine.
4 years of.
Well, yeah, but like it all came out in the wash. Like he's on that ranch, and there's that girl, and she's pretty hot, and she likes him, and he likes her.
Would you go?
He's got millions.
Would you go through what Tom Hanks went through for said settlement?
No, God, no. I couldn't. You couldn't. That'd be the funniest bit of all. I would make it.
The self dental surgery
forget it.
Is one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever seen in
movie history.
Ever.
It's unbelievable.
The Rock, and it still gives me the heaves. All right, yes, Simon, you make a good point. He does lose the love of his life.
Yes. Everyone forgot about him. They threw in some Elvis CDs.
He fell in love with a volleyball.
He not fell in love. It was like his only friend.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's a tight relationship.
He got the
banging
girl,
his dentist.
He got the girl on. Yeah. She's like, well, I guess he's gone. I'll just start sleeping with my dentist, which I would worry about.
Dr. Spalding.
I would worry about with my wife because she loves our dentist, Dr. Skeens. He's a stud. You've met him.
Yeah,
he's a G, dude.
Right? He's a handsome guy.
I go to Dr. Mizorowski. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Dr. Skeens lost a little velo on the fastball, though, as you guys know. Man, is Fryer Cryer doing a bit? Because I think it's just.
I look forward to it every day.
It's tradition. He pops up every day and he says, fire Stammen. Like Craig Stammen managed his ass off, I think. Yesterday was one where I think you can question a couple things, but you can do that you can do that with every game.
It's possible Friar Crier believes he's keeping Craig Stammen on his toes, which is why the Padres are playing so well.
Yeah.
Feet to the fire bit.
Craig sees it and is like, there he is. I guess I still haven't done enough.
Can't let up today. I guess
you guys will have your
to win
chance
again
tomorrow.
Yeah.
You'll have your chance.
What?
To hold his feet to the fire.
Oh, yeah. We got Craiger on tomorrow. Excited to talk to him.
8:35. Thank you to SDCCU. It's not big bank banking. It's better.
I want to start the program with a package that we got this morning. There's no anthrax in it, just so you know. I wanted to read it. Not FedEx.
All right, just check.
I think it came U.S. mail. Here we go. A little music, Paulie, if you would. Maybe something mellow.
Elevator music.
That doesn't work. Something like mellow.
It certainly was not
That's
mellow.
not well. Yeah, something. No, that's fine. Still doesn't work. But I want maybe something patriotic. You have something patriotic from a soldier.
Yeah. Let me just pull up my patriotic folder.
Patriotic. Oh, we got time.
Well, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. Is this helping at all?
There we go.
All right.
First of all, Ben Woods involved. First of all, wanted to thank you for the excellent show you put on every day, the countless hours of entertainment you've provided. I grew up in San Diego, been going to Padres games for as long as I can remember. Just returned from a deployment. And even though I couldn't watch any Padres games while I was away, I could always look forward to listening to you talk about our beloved Padres, the good and the bad. Needless to say, certain parts of the world are unstable at the moment. But at the end of the day, whenever I had some free time, I always had Ben Woods and Paul to help me stay connected to the Padres. Can't tell you how thankful I am to be able to listen to you gentlemen every day, how much your show helped me during my deployment. It gave me a chance to forget about work for a while and just be a Padres fan. I wanted to send a couple of gifts along. Woods and Paul, enjoy a couple packs of baseball cards, so I have no idea if they're good or not. I actually have a life and don't participate in card collecting, but hopefully you two pull something awesome.
He wrote that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm liking this guy already.
Ben, I hope this book helps you avoid having to suffer in silence anymore, helps you manage your condition.
My condition.
Keep up the great work, fellas. Manny said it best. You are the voice of San Diego. Thank you again, and go Padres. And this is...
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
There's no name.
No name,
but
it's thank you for your service, whoever you are.
Should I give his address? It's from Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
Very, very sweet and kind. So, Paulie, here you go. Here's
baseball cards.
One for you. Oh, here's two for you.
Baseball cards.
And then this is
baseball
your book
cards for Woods.
For
and
your,
what
for your
condition do I get?
Read it out loud.
How?
Go ahead. Just read it. It's the title of a book.
The subtitle is Advice, Meditations, and Wisdom for Men Who Have Too Much. And the title of the book is
Read it.
How to Live with a Huge Penis. I will treasure this. Treasure this.
It's true. It's a real book.
Oh, man.
It's a real
book. I mean, this is a real... It's a real book. It's not a children's book, at least.
Let me see it.
Go ahead. You can read a chapter for us later, perhaps, on the air.
All right. Yeah, let me
on a
okay, so the names of here's some chapters names. Ready? Well, the introduction, The Secret Shame. You are not alone. Huge penises in history. Dealing with discrimination. Unzipping. Coming out to your friends and family. Care and maintenance of your huge penis. Next chapter is sharing your pain. Sexual intercourse with a huge penis. The next one is big blessings. Then they actually put a daily affirmation journal in. Then there's the glossary. Any of those chapters tickle your fancy at all?
Well, I can probably skip the unzipping coming out chapter now.
That's true.
You've already,
We've already done
that. Thank you for that.
Here. Big blessing.
Can I add a serious point to this discussion? It bothers me that our service members overseas can't watch their favorite baseball teams easily.
Bothers me too.
Shouldn't whatever branch you're in get some sort of deal with MLB.com where you can watch whatever you want. If you are serving our country and you're a fan of the Cardinals or the Twins or whatever, Can we not get them like streaming to their phones overseas where they can just watch any game that they want?
Something.
I know it's going to be at weird times and whatever, but
sorry, you're blacked out, buddy.
Come
sorry,
on,
not going to work here.
Let's lift the blackout restrictions for our members of the military so they can actually watch and follow their teams while they're on deployment and serving our country and putting their lives on the line. Is that way too much to ask Major League Baseball / United States Armed Forces that we can work something out?
I don't think so. MLB TV, we can't get some sort of military partnership.
That feels like an absolute no-brainer win-win-win situation for everybody to figure this out, to make sure that they can watch. And by the way, not just baseball. Let's make sure it's football, college football, hockey, basketball, whatever it is, that they can follow their favorite teams while they are on deployment.
Pretty crazy.
Don't have to come back. Hey, I missed this entire season while I was out 6 months on tour. No, you shouldn't have to miss a whole season.
Now, I'll just read. I liked your rant there for the military.
Okay.
I did like the part in the letter.
Here, Ben, I'd like to give you this card. You can have that one. It's a rookie card.
Who is it?
I believe he hit a home run yesterday. He did hit a home run yesterday. Dylan Beavers went deep. Deep.
1 sec.
Still reading?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a part in there.
This could be valuable, Paulie. Sure you want to give it up?
It's all you, man.
Thanks for your beavers.
Looking at the daily affirmation part of How to Live with a Huge Penis by Dr. Richard Jacob and Reverend Owen Thomas. My
Reverend.
It says REV.
Okay.
My positive penis thought for the day, and then it has lines that you can write, and then the next person I plan to share my secret with is blank, because I am not a freak, because hey, I thought of another advantage to having a huge penis. Let me tell you about it. Here's a drawing of my penis to make someone happy. That's part of that. The next time someone makes fun of my penis, I'm going to say, the next time I feel like harming my penis, I won't, because
oh my God.
Oh my goodness gracious.
My penis reminds me of the following celebrities. Can't say that word. Some other huge things that God made are, this is great. So there you go. That's it.
Thank you.
Expect a full report. Oh, Paulie.
Put this right on the bookshelf. Out front.
Yes.
Living room, right?
You better take that home, dude.
Maybe coffee table book.
You better take that home. Paul, did you get anything good in your pack?
It's not your fault.
That's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong.
I mean, the Dylan Beavers card.
Dylan Beavers is
pretty good.
solid.
Got a
look
Mason
at that.
Miller.
This guy's pretty good.
So there's a Dylan Dingler and a Dylan Beavers in the American
Dylan
League.
Dingler and Dylan Beavers. This is a Fernando Tatis.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's a Shohei Ohtani. It's like a shiny one. What do you call those, refractors?
I got like 3 Roman Anthony shiny ones.
Okay, nothing major there. But thank you, whoever you are, in Louisville, Kentucky. Means the world to
thank
us.
you.
Certainly, and I love when we get nice packages from people. And talking about Ben's package on Nolan Arenado, Aaron Judge. Thank you for sending this stuff. It means a lot to us. But yeah, it's wild. You come in.
Ben, I want a book report by Tuesday.
Yeah, you come in after you come in for work, and there's a package waiting for you. You open it, and there's your book about a penis in it, and you didn't know that was coming today.
It is pretty
The book.
humbling to think of someone serving overseas and listening to our show.
It is very humbling, and it makes you feel like a huge turd.
That part is implied, obviously.
That is tough.
Sitting here in our comfortable Odyssey studios.
We're like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
It's 83 degrees
I
out
know.
today.
Just whining yesterday.
It's kind of humid here. Yeah.
I had some traffic.
It is perspective. It's all perspective. Yeah, and listen, the thing I love the most about this show is that the Padres just swept the best team in baseball, but we're talking about Ben's wiener. Yeah, and listen,
Sorry.
Oh, what was that?
Just a little hiccup.
Why does that do that?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Continue.
Are you recording something?
Yeah, I'm always recording.
All right.
Just went out over the air for a second.
So anyway, they sweep the Brewers, and we're talking about your wiener, man.
Right. This segment is foreplay.
That's right. That's right. Thank you for that gift. It was very kind. I had a long conversation last night with our beloved Adam Klug.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. And
is he okay?
He is. Yeah. He is. I called him, and I feel like he's a little bit under the not under the weather. It's not the right word for it. I feel like he's a little bit stressed out.
Under strain.
He's under strain, yeah. And I just wanted to tell him on the air that we appreciate you, we love you, and don't burden yourself so much with some of the minutia of this job, your job, our job, whatever it may be. Like, he was upset. He made a mistake, and
what did he do?
I don't know how to bring it up, but he made a mistake that everybody would make.
Okay.
And I sent it to him, and I said, "Hey, what is this?" And he kind of took it the wrong way to think I was making fun of him. Why would he ever think that? The boy that cried wolf.
So out of context
so
and character.
Out of context, right. It's so out of character. But I genuinely, it was a blog. And I said, buddy, why are you writing blogs in the year 2026 for our website, like 97.3 The Fan SD website? And he goes, well, it has to be fresh content. And I go, yeah, but you got 3 radio shows that do varying hours of content a day, but you're going to get 3 from us today, plus a roundtable, 4 mostly every other day. I said, why are you writing a blog though? Like, does anybody read blogs? Like, I know people read Substacks and stuff, but like a radio station game recap blog. And I said to him, and I go, I don't want to tell you your business, but I feel like your time could be better served elsewhere. Does that make sense? Like, getting in the weeds about things that aren't super important, he just feels like he has to take on everything on his own. And I've felt that before. You know, we've all felt that in our lives at some point. And I just want to let him know. And it always boils down to Klug is, I just want to win. I want to win. I want to win. I want to win. And I said, I appreciate that, because I do too. And I know I bust his chops, but he really is a good dude.
Yeah, I think like Jay-Z says, I'll blog for you for free. Maybe we outsource it to tier 1s.
That's the thing, is like
each day a different tier 1 can write something up about the game or any observations on the Padres, and we can add fresh content to the website. You could literally basically $5 a day and they would do it. You know what I mean? Like, for him, I go, we have the conversation in here a lot. And I think every business has the conversation a lot about, like, hey, keep your eye on the money, your eye on the money, what's important. And for him, if he's getting so stressed out about having to write a recap or a blog every day, I go, you're above that. You're above, delegate it. Delegate it to me. I don't want to do it, but I'll do it. That's your job, to delegate. And
he's thinking, my recaps, yeah, effing right.
My recaps would be hysterical. Oh, Padres win. We'll talk about it tomorrow, 6 a.m. on Ben and Woods. Like,
in what scenario does Adam ever ask Woods, hey, can you write a daily recap of the game each night?
No.
What, we're talking about 10 p.m. on, a lot of home nights here. And he thinks like you wouldn't flip out at asking that?
He's got to delegate it. He can't. It shouldn't be like Lee Iacocca wasn't in there, putting tires on rims. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had somebody to do that. I'm surrounded by these people in my life, though, that are like, they have to do everything themselves, and then they get upset about it when they do. But
if you want something done right,
that's the deal.
You have to do it yourself.
Yeah, but he made a mistake. He didn't do it right. So that's my point, is if it's overwhelming you so much, and I realize we don't have a massive budget, we got to pay Ben's salary. So like, you can't really outsource things. And I don't know. I felt bad for him. I did. And he was under the gun. He seemed a little stressed.
I want to
give him a public shout out.
Yeah. Shout out to Adam. Did you guys talk about anything else yesterday at all? You and Adam?
No,
you didn't.
We didn't broach
Okay.
Why do I always have? I'm always the one that has to bring up all the uncomfortable stuff with Adam.
I'll bring it up.
Go ahead. He's really
only because Purple in our chat brought it up. So I'm going to put it on Purple. This is just a listener asking a question. Was it him using AI for that cringe Mount Rushmore post?
So the answer to that is yes. The answer, I think this is what really made him mad. He posted the blog.
Why do we think this post is AI? So if you can't see it, it's
I said I wasn't going to rip him today. You guys have made liars out of me.
We don't know.
Adam, I'm not saying a question. I'm not saying a word.
Listener asked a question. I feel like it's our duty on behalf of the station to respond.
It's possible he actually carved the faces of 4 legendary Padres into the side of a mountain and then took a picture. But I'm guessing it's probably AI.
It's a miniaturized version he did at his desk out of clay and a very fine-tooth comb.
The list of the 4 Padres highest home run total hitters in franchise history.
I think we all just have questions. I haven't said one thing. If it's bad,
I swear to God, this is not planned.
I have not.
Blame Purple.
I haven't said what I thought. Maybe I think it's great, Adam.
Is that Adrian Gonzalez on the right?
Just asking some questions.
Why does he
here.
look evil?
He does.
He looks like a villain.
Was that Manny looks evil? Look at Manny.
They all kind of look like villains except for Fernando.
Fernando looks fantastic. Yeah, Adrian Gonzalez looks like Bryce Harper. So here's the thing.
And it was because Fernando passed Nate Colbert on the all-time home run, and it's got their totals underneath it. But here's the other thing. When you post that out of context, somebody might think, well, is that the Mount Rushmore of Padres? Why the hell isn't Tony Gwynn? Why isn't Trevor Hoffman?
Well, you got the numbers underneath, obviously. 217, 164, 163, and 161.
It's just the home run hitters.
The home run hitters.
Manny and Nate look like they will
kill you,
mess you up. I mean, they are ready.
Gary goes, Bill Withers played for the Padres. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. All right. So it's such a hot button topic, AI in general, and you see it, man. I'll be honest. If I'm going to call Clue Guy, I had to call out radio stations across the street. I think that they are 1,000% signed up to some weird AI tweet bot thing that just sends out literal nonsense. Like literal nonsense. There's no way some of the tweets I saw yesterday.
Like gibberish or like actual words that just don't make sense.
All right, I'll just read you one, okay? This is one 10 hours ago. An ice cream man would make a killing with the 40-plus crowd if they drove around this time of night. Also, sell cheesecake and ibuprofen. Here's another one. Snorks greater than Smurfs. It's been months since there's been any sports to talk about. That's why we've been so quiet. But today, that all changes. Our boss is back. It's AI slop garbage that I think too many radio stations are leaning on these days. And we're no different, apparently. So it is a hot button topic. Now, if you wanted to post something, we don't have a graphic design department. We don't have, we really don't. I don't know how you would execute your vision. When it came out, it was really we didn't know. We didn't know how detrimental it could be.
100%.
So we had no idea. We were like, this is great.
This is hilarious.
AI picture do you still have the AI picture up
Probably,
on your profile? On your Twitter feed?
We did AI songs. We're like, this is insane. This is great. You put in something funny and it spits out this song. It's crazy.
And it was nuts.
It got weird after that.
You still have AI is your profile picture.
You're just a pig.
Look at you.
AI slop.
Disgusting.
But there are situations where anybody at our station may want to clip a segment and you want to post it on YouTube. They have these easy ways that'll Canva or YouTube itself can generate a thumbnail.
And that's not AI?
No, it's AI.
Oh, it is AI.
Because you put in make a thumbnail for this segment, and it's able to listen to the 10-minute segment, decide what it's about, and then make a AI, should the Padres trade so-and-so kind of a headline. Sometimes they look fine. You can tell they're AI, but they look fine.
I think that's what happened with Barrett Sports Media, and I think they sourced it out to AI.
That was 100% an AI photo.
Is this the end for Ben and Woods?
And that's weird. That at least requires some proofreading. But when it's Ben and Woods discuss Jason Adams' return, and it's an AI generated thumbnail, but it's pretty much just Jason Adams on a mound or something. I'm like, I don't know. I don't totally see the harm in that.
Fair.
But when you're posting like genuinely fresh content, like fresh new on your
like that's
on
content.
your wall or on your feed, like the Mount Rushmore, that looks kind of weird.
Yeah, it's just this is the day and age we're in. And I think, with Adam, he's like, oh, I have an idea. I'm going to post it. He loves to post and important that he posts, but I don't know. I was bummed for him last night.
Thinking, and we use some AI tools at work as well, but always with really like guardrails in terms of you got to go through multiple humans. But if it can help you with some of the minutia of your job, and give you more time to concentrate on important things, great. If you're just coming up with AI stuff to try to go like viral, like, oh, I'll throw all this stuff out there and maybe one of those posts will go viral, that's not the way you should be using AI. If it can help you, like I've already written a script for Channel 10, like an entire story, and I can put that script into AI and it'll just change the format around for the web, like to quote, with quotes and everything.
Does it work though?
It does actually. I have to proofread it, but it works pretty well. I always go through it completely, make some changes again, but it does help me. It saves me like 15 minutes a day that I had been spending retyping everything and changing the format, and it can just do it for me and speed up the process. I think that's a really great use of AI.
I'm surprised I haven't used it more. Like, I think I typed in something once and was like, hey, can you give me the blah, 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 the number of home runs? But it was garbage. I mean, it was completely, the numbers were off. It was wrong. It didn't work. And I think it can make you look like a bigger buffoon. But as far as like the graphics and stuff go, yeah, man, you'd like to stay away from that stuff, I think, these days. I think it chews up a lot of energy. And but I felt bad for him, man. I did. And
I also just don't know where we draw the line on like what's AI and what's computers just being computers. Like
it's
for
clearly
years,
you need to draw everything by hand.
Right. Because like for years, I was able to like film something with my phone, and I had a video editing software, which guess what? That was AI, even though we didn't call it AI. And you could like press a button and it would put a filter. It would like change the whole video. I'm like, I didn't do that like step by step, frame by frame. Like some software AI did that. Like
it'd be funny.
I just don't know where we draw the line.
It'd be funny to now go back to your desk if you're Adam and try to hand draw the exact same thing on a piece of paper. Take a picture of it with your phone and then post it. Imagine what it would look like. So Adam, we love you. Thank you for all your hard work. And I feel like you can delegate. I'll take some off your plate. If you need something off your plate, all you have to do is ask. You know me. I'm willing to work on vacation, whatever you ask, buddy. I'm there for you.
I bet there's no other radio show in the world that can go from Padres walk-off victory to how to live with a huge penis to a serious discussion of AI in the modern world.
I agree.
It's pretty amazing. All in one segment, not like one show or 1 week, all in one Foreplay segment. All right, we need to start talking about yesterday's amazing game. When we come back, quickly, we'll set the menu, but we'll get right into the highlights. If you haven't heard the radio calls of yesterday's game, Jesse, as always, killed it. Fantastic job. You will hear all of the highlights of one of the thrillers of the season. All coming up next. It's Ben and Woods. We are live from the Bill House Studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Well, when I do invite people over to my house, they're usually, the only people that come in my home really are Bo's friends, Taylor's friends. Like Ben's never been inside. Paulie might have been inside maybe once to like grab some equipment. Yeah. But if you guys ever did come over, just know that you're going to get the best water that you can have, right? I want them to have the best of everything. You can find cheap water filters everywhere and anywhere. Eco Water SoCal is in a league of their own. Saw the Eco Water SoCal truck in the neighborhood, made me very happy. Customer service is legendary. The products are the gold standard. So they'll come in, they'll take the time to customize a system perfectly for your home. The professional installation team is second to none, and they'll treat you like family. And I've never had an issue with mine, never, and it's been years. And honest to God, I hear me talking about it. It's not BS. I couldn't live without it at this point. Don't gamble with the fly-by-night operations. You get what you pay for. Invest in the master craftsmen. They've been doing this right for a century. 760-350-3338, 760-350-3338, or go to ecowatersocal.com. Let them know Woodsy sent you. Not everything in life should be hard, especially your water. Keep it soft since 1925.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open. Hey, player, this is all yours. This.
The day has come where we have to give our flowers to our co-host Benjamin Higgins, not for what we talked about in the open, for his very brave Padres take. I saw somebody tweeted you last night. I think it was Big Salty Dan or something. Salty Big Dan. I think, what was it? He said, Ben, what was his name?
Big Dan, Salty Vegas.
Big Dan, Salty Vegas. Read the tweet.
He said, I never tag Ben Higgins SD because he usually never responds. But dude was right a couple weeks back. He was holding firm on not selling prior to the All-Star break so these guys can turn it around.
He did. I mocked him mercilessly. I said, on what planet? I think that was exactly what I said. On what planet do you look at this team and think to yourself, I think they'll turn it around? And son of a bitch, if you weren't as right as the mail, my friend, congratulations. Take your victory lap, sir.
Appreciate that.
Nobody better. Best. I said in Hawaii, I remember exactly where I was sitting. I said, if the trade deadline comes and goes and they do nothing, if they just hold, I will understand. But I said, if I think they should probably get rid of some assets. What did I say? I said sell high for once. Sell high for once, and they didn't. And I'm glad they didn't. And I will eat my words.
The weird part is they bought, but what they bought hasn't been all that effective.
Yeah.
It's been the rest of the guys who are already here that have done the lion's share of the work in this run that has taken them not only back into playoff contention, but now into the second wild card spot.
Come on, dude.
After the Diamondbacks and Phillies both lost yesterday, the Padres are alone in second in wild card position in the National League. Now, it's still a long way to go, but we thought it might take them all season to. They're 5.5 games out of a playoff spot on. It was like July 20th or right around there. We thought, okay, this is probably too far to overcome, but here they already are. We're not even midway through August, and the Padres
are
back.
I can tell you what day.
Was it July 10th? Sometime like right before the All-Star break, maybe. They were
July 10th. I'll just pick the
5.5 games. I feel out of a playoff spot. Whatever before they went on that run before the All-Star break.
That particular day, July 10th, they were 46-48. They had a 9% chance, according to Fangraphs, of making the playoffs, and we were just like, yeah, this is. How do you buy with that team?
That's right. Oh, and again,
they'd been atrocious, really, offensively up until that point.
Yeah, the numbers were the numbers. It wasn't an opinion. It was this is the worst offense in the big leagues. Period. The end. And when they came out of the second half and stubbed their toe out of the second half, it's like, okay, they're showing you exactly who they are. And save for a good run really early where there was a lot of walk-offs. Look, they're still getting it done late. Period. Mm-hmm. Like they're still getting the job done late, but it feels different. It feels different. And the reason that it feels different is because the guys whose paychecks are the most are the guys that are getting it done and have gotten it done for these last couple of weeks. And that's when your eyes open and you go, oh, wow. We always knew the bullpen could get you outs and they're nasty, but you saw the starting pitching. You went Herman Marquez and Walker Buehler and J.P. Sears and Matt Waldron at the time. Are you joking? You're joking. You guys want to buy right now? And man, couldn't have been more wrong. Don't know what's going to happen. Have no idea. But man, you watch those 3 games against Milwaukee. I think it resurrected a lot of believers and brought a lot of faith back to the Friar faithful this week.
I started to watch that series and I go, why not us? You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, 100%. Why not us?
And to be fair, Milwaukee did not play their best series, and the Padres got a couple of breaks, but that's usually what it takes in the playoffs as well. Those are the kind of games you will see in a best-of-7 series, like a National League Championship series, if you had to face the Brewers. They're probably going to come down one-run games in the last 2 or 3 innings. Who gets the key hit? Whose bullpen can, prevent that last run from scoring in extra innings? Hold that runner at third with less than 2 outs with a strikeout, as Adrian Morejon did, even after giving up a run there in the top of the 11th. That's what happens. We're going to go through all of the highlights coming up here in just a second in our Padres Wrap-Up. Bennett Woods is brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. 7 o'clock hour features Don't Do This in our MLB Reacharound as we take a look around the rest of the league. And then at 8 o'clock, Real or Fake at 8:20, chance to win some tickets to see Zach Top at Pechanga Arena. And then Smart Baseball with Eno Sarris from The Athletic at 8:35. Leading right into our Epic Wings, Epic Padres Roundtable, commercial-free from 9 to 10 with our special guest today, Brian Lawrence.
Yes. Yeah. Love B-Law.
You've gotten to know B-Law a little bit.
Yeah, very much.
I don't know him that well.
He's awesome.
I'm looking forward to it, though.
He has such an easygoing personality. He's not a hardo at all. Like, he doesn't ever make you feel dumb, like about
mild-mannered.
Mild-mannered. We talked pitching.
Doesn't get too hot one way or the other.
Talked pitching with him before. I've talked to youth sports with him before. He's got great perspective on all that stuff. He is just a great, great dude. I texted him last night, told him how excited I was to have him. He's fired up too. So he's one of those guys, like, if I'm out or you're out, he should just come fill in. He's great.
Adam's on a run of booking former Padres opening day starters as our roundtable guest. Last week it was Tim Stauffer.
That's right.
This week it is Brian Lawrence. And next week I hear Julius Chassin is coming in.
That would be incredible. Tyson Ross.
Yep.
Might still
Woody
be.
Williams.
Wait, Tyson Ross is coming to camp
He's going to
this
fantasy
year.
camp.
Yes.
There you go.
Wait.
You can get him in.
There you go.
Edinson Volquez available.
Give me
perhaps?
Richard. Give me Clayton Richard, Clay Dick. Yeah, that's
find all of them. All right, let's get to our Padres wrap-up, though. All the highlights of what some people are saying was the best game of the season. I'll let you make your own opinions, but I definitely heard that take a few times. Coming up next year with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 97.3 The Fan Traffic Center, here's your latest traffic update.
No problems through North County, southbound on the 15 through Escondido and San Diego. You're in good shape all the way to the 5. Joey Vlasny with Odyssey, San Diego traffic.
Traffic brought to you by Park 101 in Carlsbad. Watch our boys take on Cleveland this weekend. San Diego baseball lives at Park 101. Watch our boys take on Cleveland while enjoying game day specials like $5 Estrella Jaliscos, $10 bats, $6 wells, plus green tea and screwball all game long. Big screens, big fun. Park 101, downtown Carlsbad.
I love winning, man. I love winning. You hear what I'm saying? It's like better than losing. Are you ready?
How did things play out in yesterday's game?
I liked last night's game.
It's time for the
Padres wrap-up
with Ben and Woods.
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, the rooftop pool's open. Day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the players' place.
Is Gary Sanchez. He swings at the first pitch, hammers it to left field, way back and gone. Just under the first balcony of the Western Metal Building. And Gary Sanchez, who loved to hit home runs in the Padre uniform, hits one here, his 10th of the season, and the Brewers go up 1-0 in the second. Terang swings, hits it on the ground. That's through the left side of the base hit. Ortiz rounding third on his way. Merrill bobbles it. Now it gets behind him. The run is scored. Terang's rounding second. He's going to get all the way over to third base. And the Brewers lead it 2-0. And Xander gets a hanging breaking ball, hits it in the air, deep to left field, way, way, way back, and gone. A home run. Xander Bogaerts gets loose, his 10th of the year. And the Pods are on the board. It's 2-1 here in the third. Here is pitch 9 to Cronenworth. And Jake swings, bounces it to first. Bowers off the line, has it, race to the bag. Not in time. Fernando coming home. He'll score. The game is tied. Tatis never stopped running, and Bowers, the first baseman, couldn't beat Cronenworth to first. By the time he looked home, Fernando was there. There will be no challenge. It's 2-2. Home will deliver, and this pitch hit hard and fair up the third baseline. That's going to roll into the left field corner. They're going to score easily as Rengifo digs it out, sends it in. And how about Gary Sanchez? An RBI double here in the 11th. As the Brewers go back ahead, it's 3-2. Jackson swings, lines it to right field. Lara going back, still going back, jumps up, makes the catch. Cronenworth will tag and score to tie it, but Lara with a great play in right to force Song back to first base. Either way, 3-3 here in the 11th. He swings, lines it into right field, a base hit. Lara charging, has the great arm. Here's the throw to the plate. Sanchez is tagged, he's safe. Padres walk it off. Sanchez had to put the tag down on a throw that was slightly high. And Song got underneath the tag as Luis Camposano wins it. And in 11, the Padres complete the sweep 4-3.
Great baseball game. Exhausting, from my perspective, a little brain buster, but those are the games you live for. That's why we signed up for, and that's what makes playing this game so amazing, especially when you come out on the good end of it. But our guys dug deep, bullpen dug deep. The guys in the lineup found a way to figure it out to score some runs, and we walked them off.
I know you're one day at a time, but this is the end of a stretch with, I think, 26 and 27, and it went like 4.5 hours, and you can finally exhale ahead of tomorrow's off day.
Yeah.
What do you make of the way you have navigated that stretch? You added a couple pitchers, obviously, throughout it, but you had to kind of dig deep in the pitching staff.
Yeah, comparing it to the 17 games, prior to the All-Star break where we were 17 in a row, we finished both of those time periods playing really good baseball. And we didn't succumb to we played so many in a row, we're tired, we're worn out. It's invigorated us, and it's showed us like we can handle about anything. And I think the struggles we had earlier in the year, probably helped us in these moments too. And then also the part of where we are in the standings. We really don't have the fortune to, take it easy. We've got to get after it. And the way that the players are responding to that, the way they're treating each other, the way they're caring about each other in the dugout, in the bullpen, in the clubhouse is a big reason why they've been able to energize themselves through this streak of a lot of games.
An exhausted but happy Craig Stammen.
That game
after the Padres sweep the Milwaukee Brewers.
That game had to take life off of him yesterday. I mean, and we did a gold member stream last night, and I was pretty calm. I mean, there is a feeling that you're like, all right, we won this series. But that game yesterday, there were so many, you felt like these guys are actually playing pretty well. They're getting traffic on, and then boom, double play, boom, double play, boom, double play. And that's when it starts to get infuriating. Xander's home run, again, an answer. They answer. I think it was an inning, 2 innings later, but still, you answer, you get on the board and say, we're not dead. We're not going to get chewed up by Dustin May, even though he pitched really, really well yesterday for Pat Murphy and the Brewers, Ben. But the thing that Craig said about how these guys are treating each other, that hasn't really changed. And I think that's something we've noticed all year. This team's always been together. Like, they've always been a together team, rooting for each other, pulling for each other. And it's been that way for even, under Schulte too. And it's just kind of the way that it is. You can kind of feel a little bit of a shift here in San Diego. And I think, those guys, and it makes everybody's life and his job so much easier when the big guys are big guys.
I think as baseball fans, and you are particularly guilty of this,
Me?
Woods.
Yeah.
Yes. We get outsized mad about grounding into double plays because they are really frustrating.
Yeah.
But in a sense, it shows you're actually closer to success. It means you've gotten runners on, you are making contact and putting the ball in play. And sometimes it also means you're hitting it hard. It's just right at someone. You've done most of the things right that you need to do right to be successful. Conversely, had they just struck out in all those at-bats, they would have had another chance, often with runners in scoring position, and probably would have come through. But you can't say, good team strikes out there. They don't ground into a double play. No, they make contact, and they hope it finds a hole.
You preach.
It does. So a double play is not something you should be killing your team over. It means they're doing most of the things right that you want to see them do right, and the results just aren't what you're hoping them to be.
Granted, but not all double plays are created equal. You can go 0-1 pitch, ass out, and hit to a double play. You can have a really bad swing decision on a 2-1 pitch. But these guys are good. They're not going to throw you a 2-1 heater down the middle for you to do damage with. But you can have a bad swing decision, roll one over. It happens.
I mean, guy throws 7 straight balls and you hack at the first pitch. You could square it up even, but if you ground, it's like, dude, what do we do? We're trying to get something going here.
I know it's just tough. It's why they call it the pitcher's best friend. And we can ask Brian Lawrence about it. Any better feeling at all when you don't have your best stuff and some guy swings at your pitch and rolls in, hits a 3-hopper to the shortstop.
You're thinking about who's on deck.
It's the best feeling in the world. It's almost better than squaring up a ball into the gap. It's like, oh my God, I just got out of this and I'm terrible. And, I think with this team, you preach, put it in play. Your whole, from the minute you're 4 or 5 years old, put it in play, good things happen. Put it in play, good things happen. And not always, they don't, but it should always be the mentality of trying to put the ball in play.
Robbie Ray's performance, I mean, not terrible, not great. Gave up the home run to Gary Sanchez in the second inning after he retired the first 5. I'm going, okay, Robbie Ray's got it today. And then boom, behind 1-0. The run in the third inning, that's because you walked the lead guy, and then it was just ground ball, but guy gets around and scores. So now you're down 2-0. Get through 4, but you'd walked a couple more, and Craig Stammen decides, hey, I got a day off tomorrow. Our bullpen really didn't need to do anything on Tuesday, so let's be aggressive. Let's bring in Bradgley. Now, he didn't know they were going to be playing a 3-hour, 45-minute, 11-inning game when he decided to take his starter out after 4 innings, but you're always taking that risk. But fortunately for the Padres, that risk paid off big time in the late innings. And we will talk about the 8th inning rally, really just vintage Fernando Tatis Jr.
And Jake Cronenworth.
The decision to leave Jake Cronenworth in. I want to talk about some of those decisions from Craig Stammen. You had a bone to pick, 1 or 2, perhaps. And we will hear the other calls, like the Spanish language call, the Milwaukee call of the walk-off, all coming up next year with Ben Woods on 97.3 The Fan. Baseball coverage on 97.3 The Fan is presented by Xfinity. Score the most reliable Wi-Fi. One price, 5 years guaranteed. Xfinity, imagine that. Now, you said after the game, even though the Padres won, that you questioned a couple of the choices made by manager Craig Stammen. We'll talk to him tomorrow if you want to discuss it further. But
I think he'd probably have a good answer for it. Maybe he answered it after the game. I have no idea. But I need Fernando Tatis Jr. and Luis Camposano in that lineup yesterday, I think. And I don't know what the numbers were against Dustin May. And they both had huge impacts on the game. Both of them. Enormous impacts on the game. And you wonder, hey, maybe we didn't need 11. I don't know. I mean, look, I understand the rigors and grind of 162. I understand that you're going to have to give guys days off. Today's a day off. You have a day off today. So that's kind of what I thought. Like, I got to roll my best. I don't want to roll my Sunday lineup out there, if I don't have to. Now, I don't know.
It's not the first time Craig's done this, by the way. They love to do the back-to-back, give you like 2 full days if they can off because it's so rare during the season.
Yeah, and they're in a couple of gnarly stretches. It
wasn't surprising to me. I understand it's totally fair, I think, to have that conversation and question it, but I wasn't surprised because we have seen that in the past with Manny and I think Fernando as well.
Yeah, Simon, he could have DH'd. He says, "Oh, it's normal to take the day off after you get." Yeah, DH. Luis Camposano is the one of the best hitters we have right now. So throw him in there. Yeah. But
you're screwed if
you lose, if someone gets hurt and then you lose your DH. But you're throwing out good points to talk about when your team loses. But when they win, it's a win-win situation.
Correct.
I got to rest guys for most of the game, and I got the win. That's exactly what you're hoping for if you're Craig Stammen. Now, is it a risk? Sure, it's a risk. If this was a playoff game, is Fernando Tatis Jr. in the lineup?
Yes, obviously.
Yes, absolutely. Of course he is.
When you look up at the scoreboard and you see that the Rockies have beaten the Diamondbacks, and you look up at the scoreboard and you see
you can't do that though. What if they both won? Then you feel the same way. We can't lose because we'll lose a game. If you look at the scoreboard and they both won, you go, well, I got to play Fernando because if we lose, we fall a game back.
Right.
Or if
they
both lost, you go, well, we have an opportunity to gain a game. It doesn't matter.
It matters. You play Fernando. That's what I'm saying.
Every single day. When do you give him the day off?
Today, on his day off. That's the day.
So you're not giving any of your starters an actual game off the rest of the year,
and not until this thing feels a little bit more firm.
I think on August 12th, it's probably okay.
That's what I'm saying. I think Craig Stammen would dispute that it is late enough in the season that he is now no longer giving guys days off. They still are going to need a couple of blows before we get to September 27th or whenever the last day of the regular season is. They're not playing every single one of those games. Manny's going to get another day off at some point. Maybe even Jackson Merrill will get a day off at some point.
Commander Torrey agrees with you. He says, I'm being ridiculous. I need my best lineup. When I have a chance to sweep the best team in baseball, when the 2 teams above me have lost, I got to have my best lineup out there. I wouldn't say that's ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous because you want to win every single game, but it doesn't matter if you've won the first 2 of the series. It doesn't matter if it's the best team in baseball. The only time that I would say you have to play your best lineup would be against like the Diamondbacks or the Phil, like the teams you are
now
directly going up against for a playoff spot. And then, of course, you guys, those are worth like doubles. So I would say you tailor your lineup accordingly. But
yeah, I mean, look,
we don't even know.
Worked out.
Fernando was saying, I just woke up and, my shoulder was aching a little bit. This might be a good day to get a couple off if I can.
You never know. You never, ever know.
They needed him, and he came through in the 8th inning. Now, I thought there was a very good argument to be made, and Adam Klug made it in our text thread during the game yesterday. In the 8th inning, Padres down 2-1, just hit into another double play that looked like it was going to short circuit an inning, but Fernando walks. And then Luis Rengifo works a really great at-bat to draw a walk as well. So first and second. And Jake Cronenworth is coming up, and they bring in Aaron Ashby, Andy Ashby's nephew, who's been really good for them all season. He's got 14 wins out of the bullpen. Lefty-lefty matchup. Now, you've already pinch hit for Freddie Fermin, so you know Luis Camposano is coming into the game. You can't avoid it at that point. He will be catching the top of the 9th inning. So why not use him, bat him there,
Right.
and then you can bring in Sungwon Song to play defense and go with the righty against lefty matchup. But Craig Stammen went with either his gut or he looked at the numbers, which were limited, but Jake had a 4-for-7 career average against Aaron Ashby. And, of course, Jake's put together some really good gutty at-bats lately, and he decided to stick with Jake Cronenworth in that situation. And ultimately, of course, it paid off. Not because Jake, hit a home run or even, hit a line drive. He put the ball in play in the right place and hustled hard. And, Ashby, being the left-hander, kind of falls off the wrong way off the mound and didn't get the right jump. I heard Chris Ello, one of his biggest pet peeves is when the pitcher doesn't get over and cover in time. But Jake did what he had to do, and Fernando, of course, did what we remember as like when he was a rookie and seemed like he was doing this every single day. Just like, how did he take that extra base? Where did he come from to score? I thought maybe Fernando was coming around when I was watching, because I was watching on TV at that point. And when Jake was safe, my first thought was, I wonder if Fernando went.
Right. And he's going on contact.
And they switch the camera angle. He's already crossing home plate. I'm going, whoa, how did he get around there so quickly? Because he never hesitates. He just has that instinct, and it paid off big time. But you could say that, Campy might have been the right guy in that situation. But then, of course, if it doesn't work out, then Campy, even if it does, Campy's not there to hit the game winner in the bottom of the 11th because he's in a different spot in the lineup.
100%. I mean, that's it. It worked out so well. It worked out so well for the Padres yesterday. That feeling that every move you're making right now seems to be the right decision, because in a results-based business, you got the result that you wanted. You do open yourself up to a little criticism if you're not able to win that game, but at the end of the day, they did. They won it. It was really a spectacular game. I watched a little bit of Pat Murphy's post game, and he talked about Ashby in particular. And they asked him about it. The reporter said, "So what happened with Ashby?" And he looked at the camera, and he goes, "He's done it about 5 times."
Ooh.
He said, "We've talked about it." He goes, "It always comes at a critical time." He had a smile on his face. He goes, "But it always seems to come at a really critical time when he's late getting to the bag." And he's like, "That's something we got to clean up." He goes, "Also, Bowers has to dive. He's got to dive for the bag. He has to dive to that bag to make that play. If he looks up and Ashby's not there, and we didn't do it."
So the game goes obviously into the 10th inning. Well, first let's go with the 9th. Bottom of the 9th, Padres have a chance to win it with Merrill doubling on second base. Jace Bowen up, hits the grounder down the line in left. Dives, gets past the third baseman, and I'm thinking, the Padres just won the game. Foul ball. They show the replay.
I don't know.
I know that the angles, there's never going to be a perfect angle. You're never going to see it. But you could clearly see the shadow of the baseball in fair territory.
Oh, yeah.
Now the sun is a little bit, it's over the, down the left field line at Petco Park. So the shadow is going to be angled toward the field a little bit. But the ball was only like 2 inches off the ground. And the shadow past third base was completely in fair territory when he called it foul. I'm going, unless that sun is basically sunset and going all the way over there, how is that ball foul? So I'm like, first of all, I'm mad. I thought that was a fair ball.
And then
Bowen hits a line drive, which 99 times out of 100 is probably a base hit, because they know the game is over if they get a hit. The center fielder is playing shallow, gets that great jump, and what was his name? Garrett Mitchell makes a unbelievable sliding grab to preserve the game and send it to extra innings. Top of the 10th, Campy throws out Terang at third. Pat Murphy had to be tearing his hair out of that one. Ends up, Morejon gets out of that inning. Padres then have a chance to get the runner home from second, and a lot of frustration in the bottom of the 10th is against a very good closer in Trevor McGill, who is in the game. But Xander pops out. They intentionally walk Tatis, probably smart. Rengifo pops out, and Cronenworth flies out. So you don't get that run home. Feels like a real missed opportunity, especially when Gary Sanchez doubles to start the top of the 11th inning off Adrian Morejon. And this was another, hidden key aspect of this game. You're not done down 3-2. You give up that run, the one run, you're still good. You've got your chance in the bottom. But if they get another one, you're in a lot of trouble. And all of a sudden, there's runners, second and third, one out, he gets a strikeout, 2 outs, a walk, and then 3 strikeouts. To leave that runner at third base and keep it a 3-2 game with what he went through. Really some of the best work we've seen from Adrian Morejon all season.
Imagine him being in New York right now and we have Will Warren instead of Adrian Morejon. Holy smokes, which was a fake report anyway from Bob Nightingale. But what do you say about this bullpen? What about Mason Miller? Like, no command, no problem. No command, no problem. You're still done. You're still not doing anything against Mason Miller with no command.
If you go up against Mason Miller, there's really no winning because if he has command, you have no chance.
Correct.
If he doesn't have command, you don't even want to go up there.
Yeah, you also have no chance.
You want me to face this guy and he's not with pinpoint control at the moment? No, thank you. I'll just go back to the dugout.
Great point here, J-Dog. Sungmoon Song, put some respect on that guy.
Okay, so now we get to the bottom of the 11th, and Manny hits the grounder. Nice job of Crony. Was it Crony advancing to third? Because that's a tough play. That's like it was right in front of him, but he broke quickly and made him make the decision. He went to first. France gets hit by a pitch. Decision by Craig Stammen. Obviously, the pinch run was a smart one there with Sungmoon Song. Looked like I thought Jackson Merrill had won the game on that line drive to right. Lara, the right fielder, makes another sensational catch, but it does tie the game on the sacrifice fly. But now you've got runner at first and 2 outs. So probably need 2 more hits to win this game, but Sungmoon Song steals second. And then, of course, Luis Camposano comes through with the game winner, and Paulie's got some of the other calls. We already heard Jesse's call of the walk-off.
We haven't done this in a minute.
Paulie, what do we got for some walk-off calls here today?
Let's go Jesse one more time. We'll start there. If you missed it in our Padres wrap-up, Jesse Agler on the call. Oh, that's radio.
Luis swings, lines it into right field, a base hit. Lara charging, has the great arm. Here's the throw to the plate. Sanchez is tagged. He's safe. Padres walk it off. Sanchez had to put the tag down on a throw that was slightly high, and Song got underneath the tag as Luis Camposano wins it, and in 11, the Padres complete the sweep 4-3.
What was so great in my mind about that call, and it's so hard to do because it's all happening really fast, and it's an exciting moment. Jesse took the time just quickly to tell you that the right fielder, Lara, has a great arm. Yeah. And so this is going to be a play. This is not an easy score.
Correct.
For Sungmoon Song. And he was shallow because obviously he knows a single might win it. So he's got a very good chance of throwing out Sungmoon Song.
Luis swings, lines it into right field, a base hit. Lara charging, has the great arm. Here's the throw to the plate. Sanchez is tagged. He's safe.
I can't tell you how really good that play-by-play is right there and how hard that is to do. So props to Jesse Agler for that. That was amazing. All right, what else do we have?
Let's go to TV. Don Orsillo and Mark Grant.
Camposano into right field. Base hit. Here comes Song. Lara's throw will be late. Padres walk it off. Camposano to right.
Oh, no one does now that genuine excitement better than Don. He just can get into those calls like no one else.
Does he get up and he's got to get up and
stand up, kind of get into it? Yeah, I think so. Mud's standing because you can hear him. He's
in the background.
Come on, kid!
Yeah.
Come on, kid!
So good. So good.
All right, what else
we will
got?
go to, I took the Brewers television call instead of their
tough
radio.
week for them.
Yeah, no kidding.
Camposano base hit right field. Lara has it. Here's the throw home. It is on the line. Save.
That's it.
No, that's it.
Just a fade, silent fade out.
Fade to black.
That is it.
And they're like, now we got to take a bus up to Los Angeles.
Yeah,
the
Dodgers.
This is not a fun road trip right now for the Milwaukee Brewers.
That's how my brain works too. Watching that game in extras, I'm sitting there like Jackson Merrill's at the plate. I'm like, come on, kid. Happy flight to Cleveland. Happy flight to Cleveland.
Yeah,
Even though you won a series, you're probably going to be okay. Vibes will be fine anyways, but boy, that makes that flight even more sweet. And then finally, we will wrap it up with Padres Spanish radio call. Eduardo Ortega on the mic.
The ghost, man.
Turn
Holy
your speakers
cow.
down just a little bit.
Gonna come in a little hot on you.
El gana en segunda, empate a 3, 2 out, 2 strikes, lanza sensate la línea, puede ser el final, la pelota elegida al Ray, lo van a mandar, viene el tiro de Lara, safe and home de cabeza, Salmonzón, se acabó el juego, otra película, Padres, ra, walk-off número 9, dejan en el terreno al poderoso Milwaukee.
I think Eduardo gets more words in per second than any broadcaster I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, guy can jam some words in. I don't know all of them, but I understand a few of them. How many walk-offs is that this season for the San Diego Padres? I think he told us in the call.
Did he?
Se fijó de cabeza, Salmonzón, se acabó el juego, otra película, Padres, ra, walk-off número 9.
Oh,
9 walk-offs to the San Diego Padres this season.
It's spectacular. This is a good point here. I'd forgotten about this, and Commendatory brings it because Xander not bunting in the 9th or the 10th,
yeah,
not worth a discussion. I had completely forgotten because I was so happy that they won. But I think at that point in the game, that seemed to be a no-brainer for me there. I don't know how many sacrifices. He's not a guy that bunts a ton, but I have seen him do it before.
I've seen Craig Stammen call for it in extra innings a few times.
Yeah, it begs the question to Craig tomorrow of like, dude, how do you, in my mind, the anti-bunter, it doesn't, I like to avoid bunts early so that you could potentially have a big inning like what happened with Crony the other night. In that scenario, in the 10th, I almost feel like you should do it 100% of the time if the personnel is right and your 8-hole hitter or whatever he was.
So here's what would have happened. Tatis still probably would have been intentionally walked.
Yep.
Now it'd be 1st and 3rd with 1 out and Rengifo coming up. Rengifo popped out. It was an infield fly roll, so it would not have scored the run. Now, obviously, a different situation with the runner at 3rd. But
what is the reasoning almost for not doing it 100%? The winning run at home, I'm getting him to 3rd. Gary Sanchez is at the plate. He's booted a bunch of balls. Our pitchers are all over the place, or their pitchers are all over the place. A hard, sharp ground ball through, a lazy pop fly to left gets him in, a lazy pop fly to center gets him in. Why not 100% of the time? I want to ask Craig.
Yeah,
why not 100% of the time?
I mean,
I don't know what's the argument number. What's the argument?
I would say if you do anything 100% of the time, then you are tipping your hand, and the other team then knows, they always bunt in this situation. It makes it a lot harder to get the bunt down. Having some unpredictability to what you do will make everything more effective. Like if the pitcher does not know, it helps out the batter. But we'll let Craig Stammen answer that question tomorrow.
Right. Let's say you come into that exact scenario. You're going to the bottom of the 10th inning, and you've got whoever Merrill's on second base because he made the last out, and Manny is at the plate. Is he bunting?
No.
So not 100% of the time.
No, I said earlier, like it's got to be
the right personnel.
With the right personnel.
Yeah.
It's got to be the right personnel to do it. And with the bottom of your order.
Yeah, in that situation.
I just feel like
I
don't know.
But, I agree with that.
Let's see. Yeah, and guys, you can't. It's not. Baseball doesn't work that way. Just because what happened to Rengifo in that situation, you don't know you're getting. You don't know you're getting the same pitch with a different situation with a runner. You just have no idea. But I think Xander's probably taken it upon himself to get that bunt down. I don't think you need that to be called, certainly. And I think, anybody at the bottom of the lineup should probably take it upon themselves to get that done. But no big deal. We won.
All right. We will take a quick timeout. When we come
not
back,
a big bunter. 2 and 14 and 3 and 15. That's it.
We will come back. Don't Do This is next. I've seen lots of, restrictions placed on media covering especially football teams over the years. Never have I seen what Deion Sanders has put in place in Colorado before. Never in my life. Good. I'll give you some of the details when we come back with DDT. That is next, broadcasting live from our Bill House studios. We know how. It's Ben and Woods on a Thursday on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
What a perfect day to go down to 7 Mile Casino. We got no game to worry about. You listen to the roundtable and then make plans to go down to 7 Mile Casino, air-conditioned. You go inside. You see the great card tables. You just find yourself wanting to sit down and stick around and have some fun, Woods, in any of their 4 different games that you can play at 7 Mile Casino.
No, it's exactly right, Benny. They got Texas Hold'em, Pai Gow, Baccarat, and, of course, California-style blackjack. And it's a place where you can go with a buddy, a place you can go on a date, a place you can go by yourself and have a great time. Smoke-free environment, easy to get to, certainly easy to find, easy to park. They make it easy for you. They want you to come in, have a great time, and come back.
If you do want to go outside, the patio's gorgeous with views of San Diego Bay and Coronado and the Silver Strand. I do love it out there. Very comfortable, very enclosed, but also you can see everything, which is fantastic. There's TVs throughout. You can watch games while you're there. Whatever you're looking for, 7 Mile Casino's great spot. Check it out today, right off the 5 freeway in Chula Vista. It's 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Don't Do This is brought to you by Dixieline Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and enjoy it. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, thank you, Woods.
You're welcome.
All right, I understand. I do, as a member of the media, that football coaches who are a bit paranoid to begin with don't want, like formations and plays getting out.
Sure.
So if you've got media members at practice, they will have like an open 15 minutes usually where you can shoot some video, maybe tweet out some stuff, and then they'll say, okay, this portion of the practice is now closed. We're going to work on some schemes and stuff that we don't want videotaped. That is very reasonable in my mind.
With a lot of that, didn't you?
Chargers all the time. NFL teams are notoriously secretive about such stuff. So I do understand that. But what Deion Sanders has implemented in Colorado for the Buffaloes goes beyond any paranoia that I've ever heard. And I mean, this is pretty crazy. So they sent out these notes about what media can and can't cover. And start observation only. This practice is open for viewing purposes only. It's closed for all reporting, recording, and documentation purposes. Nothing observed at practice may be reported, published, posted, broadcast, or otherwise shared in any form on any platform at any time. Okay. So I can go to practice, but I can't really report or say anything that I see or hear at all.
Sounds reasonable to me, right?
No devices, cell phones, tablets, cameras, video equipment, audio recorders, Metasmart glasses, any other recording capable devices are prohibited. Devices will be bagged and stored and returned upon leaving. Okay, that makes some sense. That applies to all attendees, including credentialed media. All right, so we go on. No documentation, no note-taking of any kind. Written, typed, dictated, or otherwise. No photography, videography, audio recording, sketching, or diagramming. No live coverage, live posting, or real-time updates of any kind. And if it wasn't all clear before, then we get to no reporting.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, so no reporting either. You can't report on anything. He lists everything you can't report on, which is pretty much everything. Tactical, individual player performance, trick plays, special teams, looks, offensive or defensive schemes, formations, alignments, play call signals, depth chart rotations, personnel groupings, injuries, player participation status, presence of any player in a non-contact jersey. Why don't you just say our practices are just closed?
Don't come. You're more than welcome to watch, but that's it. But you can't talk about it.
You can sit silently in a corner and do nothing about it and share nothing with anyone.
Don't open your eyes, though. You can be there. Don't smell.
Paul says, is this franchise in Pyongyang? Yeah, it's very North Korean
it is
sounding. My goodness gracious.
What's
Dion.
he doing?
Well, this is a team that went like 3-9 last year. I think you can. I think you can. Should you? No, you shouldn't. Here's the weird part for me, and I love Dion. Here's the weird part.
Nobody used the media to his benefit more than that guy. His entire life, he was. And now that you're,
there's usually mandated media requirements. Do they have to allow the media for a certain amount of time every day?
Maybe
can he just close off every practice for the whole season?
I guess you could. We said that one time. Hey, would the Padres play better if there weren't the media in their clubhouse bothering them? That'd be a fun experiment to do. You're not allowed to go in the clubhouse.
Let's just close spring training to everybody.
Right.
No fans whatsoever.
Right. We're
no
working
media.
on special bunt defenses that have never been seen before. I just wonder. It is interesting. And, obviously, listen, media take themselves very seriously. I'm sure they are up in arms about this. Speaking of up in arms, Jaden Daniels, very upset. He's Commanders quarterback right now. He has his attorney reached out to his former university, LSU, and he said, "You are no longer allowed to use my name, image, or likeness for anything having to do with LSU." The reason why is because they gave his number 5. It wasn't supposed to be used again, Ben, but it was not officially retired. They gave it to cornerback DJ Pickett, and Jaden Daniels is not pleased about it. Quote, The Daniels family is deeply disappointed, feels profoundly disrespected by LSU's decision to give Jaden's number to another player. Jaden and his family had every reason to believe his number would remain a meaningful part of his LSU legacy and would be honored and protected in recognition of his extraordinary contributions to the university. Jaden made it clear he did not want his number given to another player. He believed his wishes would be respected. His Heisman Trophy winning season and everything he accomplished on and off the field cemented his place in LSU history. To see his number given to another player is incredibly disappointing. Feels like a failure to honor the significance of what Jaden accomplished at LSU. Ben, your thoughts?
So if you really want to support your alma mater and it means something for this player to wear that number and that was part of maybe to recruit him to the school, it's you can still retire my number at some point. I don't think it cheapens the number necessarily down the line. If it hasn't been retired yet, it's still retire it and honor Jaden Daniels. I think he's being a little bit overly sensitive to someone wearing the number, but it's not my number, so
I like numbers. I think it's
I saw a funny jersey number related story as well in sports. This was a week ago that I saw this, but Devontae Adams was talking to somebody. He was being filmed, and he was telling the story of how he wanted, when he got sent to the Jets or went to the Jets, he wanted number 17, but some rookie already had number 17, a rookie wide receiver. And so he goes, so I walked in on day one, in my backpack, I had $17,000 in cash. And I thought, you know what, for a rookie, I'm the new guy still, but he's the rookie. I think that's a nice, fair gesture to be like, hey, man, I need number 17. Here's 17 grand. That'll pay for your whole family to buy new jerseys, your new number and all that. And he goes, I thought that was fair. And he goes, hey, what up, man? Dude, it's so good to have you here, big dog. I can't wait to learn from you, bro. But I'm going to need about $1 million. That's what the rookie said to Devontae Adams. And Devontae Adams goes, I just want, okay. And I walked right up to Woody's office, Woody Johnson, the owner of the team. He's like, I walked right up to Woody's office and I had number 17 by the end of the afternoon.
And he had the rookie had nothing. So
they give him number 94.
Should have taken 17 grand.
Should have taken the 17 grand when you had it.
Fantastic.
Speaking of numbers, just quickly before we move on. So when I was at Tom's Watch Bar for our community huddle yesterday, I met Brian, Padres fan. He asked this question: should the Padres retire the number 44 for Jake Peavy? And then what happens with Joe Musgrove? Or do you wait until Joe retires and do a joint retirement of 44 for both of them at the same time?
Yeah.
And I thought, that's a joint.
Okay,
that's a really good idea.
The Mariners just did that in the last couple of years. I thought because Randy Johnson wore number 51. And then Ichiro wore number 51. And he wore it with permission, I think, from Randy Johnson originally at the time. But it says, I just Googled it, they retired Ichiro's on August of last year, and they retired Randy Johnson May of this year. So they retired two numbers.
Separate ceremonies
for
the same number. Jake, obviously, Cy Young Award winner and, part of the organization. I do feel like we're probably heading toward a day where Jake's number maybe gets retired with the Padres, but Joe, first no-hitter, Mr. Sandy. I mean, he probably is heading toward the same thing, I would imagine. So it's just interesting, and they both have the same number.
Yeah, that is interesting. Do we have a do this?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
DD Mega Doo-Doo.
Is it golf?
No, it's a really cool promotion. I'm going to give credit to the Chicago White Sox who killed it yesterday. I guess it was supposed to be whatever their version of a theme game is, but it was so popular they decided to expand it from 2,500 to everybody. They had 38,000 on the South Side yesterday for their Pope hat giveaway.
Yeah, he's a big White Sox fan.
Yeah, he's, of course, the Pope is a White Sox fan, and they gave away hats that looked like the Pope's mitre, the
genius,
the tall hat. But not only that, I mean, they leaned into it. Like the beer vendors were walking down the aisles, go, holy water, holy water, get your holy water.
The whole shtick.
They did the whole shtick.
Peace be with you.
Uh-huh.
In the fifth inning or something.
All the cups, the soda said Chicago Pope on the sides when you got your refillable sodas and everything.
So I know.
Sounds kind of like they had a fun day. And on the South Side yesterday.
We've talked many times on this show how hats don't fit me the same as they used to. Paulie's really the only one that looks good in hats. You don't look great. You can't find a hat that fits your head. Have you considered that one?
A Pope's mitre.
Could you imagine? I mean, I would like to see it. Adam, if you could whip up Ben in an AI Pope hat, that would be fantastic.
Now that's the proper use of AI.
The sooner
Correct.
the better is what I would
and
like
that
to
is
see.
don't and do this for a Thursday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, when we come back, how about a little MLB Reacharound? We're already past halfway through our 3-hour show today. Talk about the help the Padres got and more coming up next year with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Went to pick the kids up from school yesterday, and I said, babe, jump in the truck. And it feels so good to say that. Jump up in the truck, the F-150, and that I got from Sedano Ford. They're having the end of summer back to school savings event. It's here right now, your local and veteran-owned Sedano Ford in La Mesa. Drive a brand new 2026 Ford F-150 STX, just $349 a month, or the 2026 Bronco Sport Big Ben, $349 a month. There's a common theme here with this radio commercial. You could get the very spacious 2026 Ford Explorer Active for $349 a month. 3 great Ford vehicles, 1 incredible payment of just $349 a month for each. There's even more. Take advantage of 0.7% APR financing, plus no payments for 90 days on select new Ford models. Do not wait. These offers will not last forever. Stop by your local and veteran-owned dealership, Sedano Ford in La Mesa. Let them know Woodsy from 97.3 The Fan sent you, please. For complete details and more great offers, go to SedanoFord.com. That's SedanoFord.com. He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. We will have some smart baseball with Eno Sarris coming up at 8:35 before our roundtable at 9. All guests on Ben Woods appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. Padres did make a roster move yesterday, activating David Morgan off the injured list and then optioning him to AAA, which is where he was already rehabbing. I saw in the chat someone asked, why did they not bring him back to the big leagues? I don't think we got an explanation on that. My thinking is that if you bring him back, you will probably have to DFA somebody, and David Morgan still has options. So while he may come back at some point, maybe they're waiting in case there's an injury. I know that no one really thinks that highly of Griffin Canning, but you also don't want to just lose arms, even if they're just mop-up relievers at this point. Someone would probably claim him. I mean, the Blue Jays claimed Matt Waldron. He's been pitching for them.
He got rocked yesterday.
He did. He gave up 3 runs. He had 2 straight relief appearances with no runs allowed.
He did.
But there are teams that are desperate enough for pitching that you probably lose arms. And
I think it's okay to just be like, you know what, we'll take our chances. And thanks for your time here.
You do need that mop up, long,
especially like a guy who can do multiple innings, which Griffin Canning can do.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, in it,
like Griffin
big
Canning
or out
helped,
of it, big.
Griffin Canning helped the Padres win yesterday's game.
Correct.
He didn't pitch in yesterday's game, but because he threw 2 innings the day before and preserved all the other bullpen arms, so they needed to go into the 11th inning yesterday, Griffin Canning helped them win yesterday's game.
Yeah, there was a game that Gary Sanchez pitched in that game as well. Like, we could have thrown Jake Cronenworth, and he could have been just as efficient as Griffin Canning.
Have we used a position player this year?
Remember the game we left early in Chicago?
Oh yeah. That was.
I was like
Rodolfo Duran.
I was in
that's
my
right.
bed by that point.
That's right, Duran. Yeah, I think
he's got a massive ERA.
Yeah, I mean, Gary Sanchez was fantastic. But no, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I mean, that's my speculation. I was asked for an explanation. Where's David Morgan? Obviously, you need to get a batter out, and you have the choice between David Morgan and Griffin Canning. I want David Morgan, but at this point, you also have roster depth to consider, and you can always bring him back at some point later. So that's simply my somewhat informed, somewhat uninformed speculation on the Padres roster move yesterday.
Sure.
All right, let's take a look at the rest of Major League Baseball. It is time for our MLB Reacharound.
They're doing the
Reacharound.
They're doing the
Reacharound.
Everybody's doing the
Reacharound. Thank you very much, Colorado Rockies, who come through with a series victory over the Arizona Diamondbacks in Arizona. I think it's the first time they've won a series in Phoenix since I think I saw 2022. And remember, they play at least 2 of those every single year. Brett Sullivan, Booty, and Zach Veen both hit 2-run homers as the Rockies beat the Diamondbacks 6-4. Meanwhile, the St. Louis Cardinals also win a series over the Philadelphia Phillies. They beat Zach Wheeler yesterday. Alec Burleson drove in 3 more runs, 7-1 the final, which means the Padres move ahead of both the Diamondbacks and the Phillies, who are now tied for the last wild card spot with the Padres 1 game up and occupying that 5th wild card position in the National League, which would mean if the season ends with the standings as they are today, the Padres would face the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field in a best-of-3 series. Where have I heard that before? In the wild card round of the playoffs, the Cubs just continue to roll. Alec Bregman hit 3 home runs yesterday in a 12-6 win over the Washington Nationals. Apparently, he found some sort of swing flaw lately and has kind of locked in, and they already have PCA locked in. Picked up some help at the deadline. The Cubs are looking awfully good right now.
3 back of Milwaukee in the Central are the Chicago Cubs right now, and Milwaukee heading to L.A., who just swept Kansas
Which means,
City.
The standings won't necessarily stay the same. If Cubs keep playing like this and the Brewers keep playing,
5th place goes and plays the Brewers.
Yeah, Milwaukee could be the wild card host in a best-of-3 series. And at this moment, that seems more appealing than going back to face the Cubs again. Beggars can't be choosers.
I don't want to face Mizorowski in a best-of-3.
Yeah, that's the truth. Then you get Miz in a 3-game series. That's no fun. So, it's there's not a lot of great paths through the playoffs, but
you got to beat the best in the Major League Baseball playoffs.
All right, elsewhere in baseball, the Dodgers picked up a 4-2 win over the Kansas City Royals. Shohei Ohtani hit a go-ahead 2-run home run in the 3rd inning, his 27th of the season. A little scare. Freddie Freeman fell into the visiting dugout, chasing a foul pop. They do believe he was going to be okay, but Dodgers with a scare there. Tampa Bay Rays remain one of the hottest teams in baseball. They won their 9th in a row, doubling up the A's 8-4. The Astros win their series against the San Francisco Giants 2-1. Bullpen game 5-hitter for the Stros. Minnesota Twins still right there, just half game, 1 game out of a playoff spot in the American League. They beat the Orioles 7-5 to win that series. Angels over the Rangers 5-2.
Skip.
Yeah, I mean, they're 60-61. They're still holding on to that last wild card spot.
Got to beat the Angels.
Even though they're under 500, but they lose a series to the Angels on the road. That was frustrating. White Sox shut out the Reds 5-0 behind newcomer Luis Castillo, who they picked up at the trade deadline. Braves doubled up the Mets 6-3. Mentioned Matt Waldron pitched for the Blue Jays, gave up 3 runs, but they did beat the Red Sox again 6-4. So the Red Sox, who couldn't lose, now have lost 5 straight games, and they cannot win.
Yep.
Mariners also cannot win. They lose again, getting swept by the Yankees 10-5, the final in yesterday's game. The Marlins are not going away. Of all the teams, everyone else kind of the Cardinals, the Pirates, the Nationals, Reds, they all kind of faded off a bit. Marlins keep winning. They beat the Pirates 8-2. They're 3 games above 500, which is 2.5 games, I think, or 1.5 games.
They're 1.5.
1.5 games behind both the Phillies and the Diamondbacks now for the last playoff spot. So the Miami Marlins have not, punted on this season yet. They're still going strong. So keep an eye on the Miami Marlins and the Cleveland Guardians, who the Padres will go face. Got a Joe Adell home run, one of their new pickups, in beating the Detroit Tigers 6-4. So those 2 teams are now separated by just a half game in the standings in a very tight American League Central race that the Padres will inject themselves into over the next 3 days starting tomorrow. And I believe they will be facing the very red-hot Gavin Williams on the mound in Game 1 of the series against Michael King tomorrow.
What a matchup.
At what is it? Progressive Field now in Cleveland? The Jake.
Yeah, the Jake.
As we used to call it.
He's so good, man. Gavin Williams is so good. Yeah, I mean, he strikes out like 10 guys every game. So, I don't know what the formula to beat a guy like that is.
Well, Padres beat a couple of really good pitchers
really good
in this last series against the Milwaukee Brewers.
Should be feeling pretty good about themselves
right now. They'll need Michael King to be kind of what he was in the last one. I would expect the formula is a 2-1 win or a 3-2 type win tomorrow. But then again, Eduardo Rodriguez had been throwing great. The Padres lit him up
a
couple of starts ago. So Padres head to Cleveland and then to New York to face the Mets. That's one where you feel like the Padres try to make some hay against a team that traded away a bunch of pieces and have had a bunch of injuries as well. Padres play 8 of their next 10 series, by the way, against teams with losing records, which is a bit misleading because many of those teams, like the Guardians, are absolutely in a playoff hunt and have not given up on the season and were buyers at the deadline. But technically, they do have a losing record. So, but I just thought I'd point that out. And then they finish with the 2 series against the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. But 8 of the next 10 for the Padres all have losing records coming up.
And you need how long is this road trip?
Just the 6,
2
I
cities,
believe. Yeah,
6
2
games?
cities, 6, and they're back home again.
3-3.
Yeah, that's fine. 500 on the road.
That's it. That's what you need. Baseline.
Right. Which means you might fall back into the third wild card if someone goes 4-2, 5-1 over the next 6. But treading water is what you try to do.
Can't ask for a whole lot more than 3-3
on the road. That's it. 3-3. Get the job done.
All right, when we come back, it's our final hour of Ben and Woods before the roundtable. It will include some real or fake on a Throwback Thursday and Eno Sarris from The Athletic, some smart baseball at the bottom of the hour. Stay tuned. Don't go away. Ben and Woods continues next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
right, we're 2/3 of the way done with Ben and Woods this morning. 97.3 The Fan. We will have our Padres Epic Roundtable brought to you by Epic Wings. Can't wait. Only had one wing last week. I wasn't feeling great.
One wing?
Yeah, one. It was delicious, but that's all
It's
I
like
can
having
handle.
like one potato chip.
I know. That's
One
exactly
wing.
One. Just one, and I was like, oh, I feel
wing.
great. I had a wing. A singular wing.
And wing.
Today will be more.
I hope so.
Yeah, for sure.
Although if you have too many, you might go from an XL to a 2XL.
It's true.
Someone asked you
Right.
what are jersey sizes. And You said, I'm an XL. They are 2XL. I think I'm an XL now.
Okay.
It's I'm right in between.
So then you're a 2.
Same, which is why I would probably, especially for any sort of a giveaway or like, hey, I want to get you something, just play it safe, go a little big.
Yeah.
Fair, but if things run big, then it could be too big on me. I'm just saying, like.
So what should I have said? You've been a 2XL. When we met, you were like a 4XL.
No, I was
and
not.
Now you're a
I've
2.
never been more than a 2XL.
So what do you want me to say when people ask me?
Let's say XL's fine now.
Okay.
Let's move.
The jump.
Let's jump right to XL.
Okay. So Matthew, he is an XL. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm a 2X, but in some shirts, I'm an XL.
Yeah.
So
obviously not everything's the same, but
the tweener.
I want to say now that I'm an XL.
I mean, I want to say that Sydney Sweeney is interested in joining my marriage, but it's probably not going to happen, is my guess. I mean, you could get down to where you're just an XL. But if you're still tweener on some things, maybe a jersey you do want an XL.
That's what I'm worried about, because jerseys tend to be really large and
I would always
dresses on.
I would always, if I had to choose a little snug or a little big, I would want the jersey a little big.
Yeah, but I'll leave mine.
You want to have some room to
move. Robbie Ray, I saw him yesterday. Good Christ Almighty,
the pants are getting tighter.
It's his jersey too was like painted on, and he's like.
I don't know how
all
he
pinched up in there. I'm like, how do you pinch?
know how he does a leg kick in those things. Like
I have no idea.
It feels like you try to stick your knee up in the air and it would just stop. Like the pants would keep it from moving more than like 6 inches.
It's crazy. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl, executive producer of the program, and Ben Higgins, XL, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor. Your friendly neighborhood XL wearing sports anchor. Yeah, you've worked hard.
So if I go get an XL, I should go get an XL t-shirt right now from the prize closet, and we'll just see.
Try.
We can test it.
Yeah,
that's a free giveaway type shirt.
Might look like
modeling.
Might look like a marshmallow in a microwave, because that's what I look like. Did I tell you guys on the baseball team that I started? We had some shirts made, and for the dads, right, and the parents, anybody that wants one. Hannah had a bunch of shirts made. They're great, and Sneeta's goats. They look sharp. So I had this like vat or a big bin. Yeah, Tupperware. It's a vat of shirts. And I show up at practice, and there's like probably 6 or 7 dads, and I'm like, boys, I got some shirts for you guys. What size? He's like, oh, I'll take a medium. Oh yeah, you got a medium? I'm like, a medium? A medium? On what planet are you guys wearing medium shirts and you're mid-40s? I'm like, holy cow. All I had was larges and XLs. They're like, I guess I could. I felt like such a piece of S. I was like, oh, yeah,
medium.
We'll order you guys. I haven't worn a medium since I was in 11th grade. Truly.
I'm gonna go see
what we have in our locker.
Yeah, go see what we have in our locker, Paul.
What's Adam Klug? He just waved.
He's a small,
isn't he?
Yeah.
I think so.
I saw the picture of he and I at the baseball field this weekend. I really had to get down low to get my arm around him. He's like a small little bub. I don't know. He and Ethan, his son, who's a good baseball player, they can share shirts, which is a benefit, I think. But yeah, all these cats asking for a medium shirt. I can't even imagine what it would look like. I can't.
No, there's no amount of sdfatloss.com that ever gets me down to a medium.
I don't. Yeah,
ever.
I'd never. I would be. I don't think I would look healthy if I was a medium. I'm 6'1", bigger type guy.
Correct.
But holy cow, what'd you find? I found a 2X. Okay.
And an XL.
Okay. Try your XL on. Let's see. It feels small in my hand.
Excuse me for a moment.
This one actually looks like it would fit me all right. This 2X. Rain Dog says, "What's it 6'1"? Yeah.
Why are your pants off?
Whoa! He went. Is that camera on him?
No.
You need to get a tan on that chest.
Is this the XL or the double
This
XL?
is the X.
This is the XL.
Smells like that giveaway T-shirt.
All right, let's.
You're right in between.
He's a tweener, man. He is a tweener.
It's got that free T-shirt giveaway smell to it. Prize
Now the problem with that is you wash it to get rid of said smell,
Correct.
and then it shrinks.
And then it shrinks, and it's a. How does it feel? It doesn't
It
feel
feels right. No, it feels absolutely
liar.
right.
I can.
Does it?
Why do you look like Robbie Ray right now?
Arms up. Put your arms up. That's not bad. You're doing okay. You're working with that.
You're so close. You're like 3 pounds away, I would say.
Here's my fear. Like I just said, you want to wash it. You're gonna wash it eventually.
Yeah.
You want to wash it right away because it stinks.
What does this T-shirt even say? I can't read it
Where
backwards.
Sammy goes, champagne flows. Sammy, we're still waiting on that champagne.
You certainly are.
Holy cow.
Mm-hmm. I am not uncomfortable in this XL shirt.
It's awesome. It's a good feeling. I felt the same way. We went to fantasy camp back in January, and somebody gave out. It was the team gave us free sweatshirts that said Padres Fantasy Camp on them, and they didn't have 2XLs, so I took an XL. That's what they gave me, and I went, oh, whatever. I'll give this to the wife or something. She can wear it like when we take the dogs out at night or something. And I came home. I literally didn't wear it all week. And then I came home and I tried it on and it fit. And it was an XL. It fits perfectly.
You're
and
like,
I
what's
go,
this brand
I go,
again?
oh my God, I'm an XL again. Like, this is great. Now it's my favorite sweatshirt.
Is that the great clothing idea where you just create a brand and
it's XL.
2 X's is now medium.
Medium.
That's
like,
right.
Hey, you're a medium. That's fantastic.
Yeah, 100%. Now this is an XL.
Self-esteem wear.
You don't lay out much with your shirt off.
Never. It is. My dermatologist really recommends against a lot of laying out in the sun.
It is milky.
Yeah.
You have the farmer's tan.
I have
from
a
golf.
big farmer's tan. Yes.
It's milky. I was sunburned really bad, so I have a little
know.
color on mine, but it is.
I might need to do a minimal amount of sun laying out just to even it out a bit.
Have you ever thought about spray tanning?
I have not, but
Would you
maybe
do
I
it?
should consider it.
I've never done it, but I know people. I might be married to somebody that has done one, that has done it.
Do you have to
before.
help? Does she do it self, or does she go to a
self?
There's self spray tans too.
Oh yeah, I've done it.
What?
I haven't done it to me.
Like in your home?
Yeah, home. Both sprays and like.
Well, there's like
it's like a cream, but it's the same.
No. I mean,
but
like
you also
fake
need
tan.
Spray tan.
If you want it to be even, you're going to need someone to reach the hard to reach places.
Correct, like your back.
Yeah.
And, things like that. But no,
I've gotten to do that.
I think you go into like a.
It's awesome.
You go into like a thing, and it just.
No.
Sprays
This, like the home stuff, like this person might have been my wife. She had it's like a glove, and you put this cream or whatever, the tanning cream in there, and then I was like, "Ooh, can I have that?" And I got to put the glove on. It was like a sliding mitt,
right?
And I got to paint her.
Oh,
body.
on hers.
Like
okay, I thought she was doing it to you.
No. I did it to her.
Oh, okay.
Really fun. It was awesome.
But the only bad thing is that it's immediately right after you're orange. Like she comes home and I'm like, hey, how are you? She's orange. And then it fades, it blends or whatever. But I think it's safer than laying out.
I think my issue is that you'd have to come up with a cream that matches my actual tan, which I have on my face and my arms.
That's the
and
tough
my
part.
legs, because I don't need that part tanned. I just need the rest of me tanned. And if it looks like a different color, it's going to be really, really awkward.
There was a Friends episode where Ross did a spray tan, and he's like, all right, man, get in there. It's 10 seconds. Then you turn around, and then you're good, and it will spray you and turn. And he's like, you guys, do I count with Mississippi's or not? Like, how fast? Because it just kept spraying it. And he got like, he got like 6 shots to the face. Spray tan and it laid me out. I've never done it. I don't know if I would. Well, Matthew says if you live in San Diego and spray tan, you need to touch grass. I think people are worried about skin cancer, things like that.
That was quick, Paulie.
What happened?
Ross's spray tan on
it's so good.
YouTube stream. Yeah,
it's so good. But all right, well, good. We've established a lot about you. You're now in XL. I think that's a big day. How long has this been going on?
Been a little while. I've been starting to transition from XX to XL.
All right. Well, I'm that's awesome. I don't think I could ever get to an L. I don't think I ever will.
It's a good feeling. I know where you're at though, because like if I went to Nike, for example, and bought a t-shirt, I'd be an XL because they run a little big. If I went to Viore or Lululemon or some of these like athleisure,
go get an XL at Lululemon and wear it tomorrow.
Get you a slim fit XL and then come in here and tell me how you feel.
Just a regular Viore. Get you a regular Viore or Lululemon XL.
I promise you'll change your tune. You'll be like, all right, maybe I am more in between than I thought.
It's a sausage cake.
Absolutely
the opposite of self-esteem wear.
It's like this. Yes, that's exactly right. I have tried so many times to wear, like, I got a golf shirt from Lulu, and I was like, oh, this is good. I wore it out. I was like, oh, my God, never again.
Yeah,
never,
and it's your size. It's an XL, right?
XL.
Yeah,
it's just
not a chance. I've worn 2Xs that are, like, tiny. You're like, what the hell is this?
I think they want you to put it on. You're like, wait a minute. This is what I look like in an XL. I better get my ass to the gym. I better run along the beach or do something I need to do. But holy cow. Congrats, buddy.
I feel remiss that we did not mention in the first 2 hours. Congratulations to SDFC. Picked up a 3-2 win last night at Snapdragon Stadium.
I kept seeing it flash on my phone.
They beat Puebla. Got a couple of goals. Gave up one late again. Got a little dicey in the last couple of minutes, but they held on in stoppage time for the win. Finished 2-1 in the League's Cup competition, but I believe it was not enough for them to advance into the knockout round. So competition is now over for SDFC. They will return to MLS play this Saturday when they visit LAFC. So one of their rivalry matchups, teams in Los Angeles, not Chuky's new team. That's the Galaxy.
But
LAFC, one of the top teams in the league on the road, Southern California showdown coming up on Saturday as they get back to a very important game now going forward. They got some work to do to climb back into a playoff position in MLS, but maybe some momentum from these last 2 wins over Tijuana and Puebla over the last few days at home.
Hey, Padres can do it, Mikey Varas. You guys just got to motivate the troops, I guess, and get them ready for the...
Got some of the newcomers impact. Osvaldo Sui scored a goal, and Dagger Dan Thorhalson scored the 3rd goal as well. Our new player that they signed just during the transfer window recently. Dagger Dan. You wanted to get to some real or fake?
Oh, right now?
No, after the break. We need a contestant. All right, if you want to play our game.
Sportsy?
It's a little sportsy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's also related to something that's happening, I believe, later today. 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. If you'd like to play our game on a Throwback Thursday, we will also talk to Eno Sarris with some smart baseball coming up with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, Trajan Wealth wants to make sure that you are prepared for retirement, especially here in San Diego, where we all know with inflation, housing, healthcare, taxes, groceries, it's not getting any cheaper. So retirement going to bring that fear to mind. What if my money doesn't last? Trajan Wealth wants to help. Just go to trajanwealth.com. Trajan Wealth's fiduciary advisors are going to help people build retirement strategies designed for today's reality, factoring in that inflation, that market uncertainty, and the real cost of living right here in San Diego. They take the time to understand your goals and your comfort level because no 2 retirements look the same. Trajan Wealth has offices in Carlsbad, Liberty Station, and Escondido, and they want people who work with confidence, not constant financial stress. So if this has been on your mind, start with a conversation. Call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1. Or just go online at trajanwealth.com. Trajan Wealth, plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client, paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at trajanwealth.com. Bless you.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Our apologies. Apparently, our phone lines were locked during the break.
They weren't lit up as if they were locked.
Yeah, we still need a caller for real or fake if you'd like to play our game. Now the phone lines are open. 833-288-0973. 833-288-0973. We were spending most of the break with me modeling different sized promotional T-shirts here in the studio to determine whether I was a XL or a 2XL.
Right, it's right in the middle.
Right in between.
Yep.
And apparently I do need to get some sun, according to Woods.
Well,
as my tan line is...
you don't have to.
You are a little uneven, though.
Yes.
Get that. It's a golfer's tan. At least I don't have the hat line. Have you seen when PGA Tour players will take off their hat?
Oh,
and
dude.
Like,
it's
you
straight
see the
across.
line right across their head?
Yeah.
At least I don't have that one.
Yeah,
that
that
one's
was bad.
That one's gnarly.
I worry about the Kenny Powers coaching glasses thing all the time, but I just get to watch Farmer Tan.
All right, we got some contestants calling in, so let's get to it. It's time for our Thursday game of real or fake.
Some are here for the compelling sports talk with Ben and Woods. You can go plow through another donut. It's time for Real or Fake on 97.3 The Fan. Tell the people what they'll win today.
We are playing for an instant win, concert tickets, 2 tickets to see Zach Top at Pechanga Arena on September 17th. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. All you have to do is get 4 out of 7 right in our game of Real or Fake. And let's go, just caller number 1. We did not screen this. Caller, you're on the air. Who's this? There Sebastian.
Hello. We
there,
can hear you.
possibly.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
You're on the air.
Hey, what's up?
What's your name?
Anthony.
What's your name?
Can you hear me? Anthony.
Anthony.
Okay.
There we go. Anthony.
She's going to go good.
All right, Anthony, would you like to play real or fake?
Absolutely.
All right. Here we
let's
go.
do it.
All right, here's the game. Field of Dreams game. I believe it's tonight. brings to mind the 1919 Black Sox scandal, which resulted in 8 players being banned from baseball for life for throwing the World Series. Everybody, of course, remembers Shoeless Joe Jackson, but Anthony, how about the others? I will give you a name. You tell me if they are a real player banned in the Black Sox scandal or a fake I've thrown in to fool you. You got Woods here, who's willing to be a phone a friend for you at least once, Anthony.
I think Woods should only get one.
You get one. He knows
I promise
this one.
you he knows these guys.
All right.
All right, Woodsy,
All right.
This is easy.
Here we go. Round number 1. Real or fake Black Sock? Silas the Deacon Sterling. Real or fake, Anthony?
Deacon, let's go with real.
No.
Woods, you are correct. No. All right. That's all right. We are still fine. Let's go to round number 2. Arthur Blackburn. Real or fake Black Sock?
Let's go with fake.
Correct.
That's fake. Very good. All right. You are on the board. 1 correct. Let's see if we can get 3 more. Round number 3. Oscar Slick O'Donnell. Real or fake Black Sock?
Let's go with real. That slick sounds like something.
Doesn't it, though? That's why I put it in there. That's a fake one. So
You're good.
we still got time. All right. Let's go to round number 4. Charles Swede Risberg. Real or fake?
Let's go with, what do you think, Woodsy?
It's real.
He says real.
Let's go real.
Confidently. Yeah.
I trust you.
Swede went 2 for 25 with 4 errors in the World Series. He didn't even hide it, man.
No, he didn't even hide
Not
it.
at all. All right, we got 2 correct, 2 incorrect. So you got to get 2 of the last 3 right. Let's go round number 5. Claude Lefty Williams, real or fake Black Sock?
All right, you're giving me a nickname in there, so I'm going to go with fake.
No, it's real. Lost 3 games in the series, matched only by George Frazier of the 1981 Yankees, who also lost 3 games on the mound. All right, you got to get these last 2 right.
Okay.
Anthony, round 6. Oscar Happy Felsch, real or fake Black Sock?
Let's go with real.
Yeah.
It is real. All right, here we go. Round number 7. For all the marbles. No nickname here. Just Walter Wagner. Real or
Walter
fake?
Wagner.
Walter Wagner.
Let's go.
You said real, didn't you? Yeah. Fake! Oh, Anthony, sorry, man. We can't give you the tickets to Zach Todd, but we do thank you for playing today's game of real or fake. You were very confident on all of those.
Yeah, I love that movie. 8 Men Out.
8 Men
One
Out.
of my favorite.
So there's like Field of Dreams kind of had to do with that.
Yep.
8 Men Out definitely had to do with that. I just watched that like 2 weeks ago.
So
it was
good.
on TV. I
It's
just
so
stopped down.
So good.
Yeah.
I was while I was researching the category, I was learning a little bit more about it, and the movie treats some of this, but a lot of the guys like had second thoughts, like afterward, before even like, I don't really think I can throw the game.
Buck Weaver, yep.
Obviously, Shoeless Joe, as you know from the movie Field of Dreams, he had an excellent series.
Phenomenal.
I mean, really, really
No
great
errors.
series.
Hit the only home run.
Yeah. That's all true.
460 or something.
What Kevin Costner says, like 385. With the series is only home run.
Yep.
That's all very true. But he did, talk to the gamblers as they all did, and there was a plan hatched to throw the World Series, and they lost the World Series. So
they did.
Does seem like the consequences were actually appropriate for what happened there.
Well, if we're down this rabbit hole a little bit, I saw Jeff Passan on with All the Smoke guys, and he did a really good job. And I saw him talking about Barry Bonds being in the Hall of Fame, and how it tells the story of baseball, and you have to have him in there, which I agree with. But he also talks about Ty Cobb, right, and the racist Ty Cobb. And I looked at the comments, like, oh, I guess Passan bought the narrative. So I go on this 1 hour rabbit hole about how Ty Cobb actually was not racist, and he pissed off a sports writer who wrote a book about him and was like, I'm just gonna throw this stuff in there. Apparently he left a lot of money to
really
charity. Yeah, so we've all kind of been fed this story that this guy just wrote this book, this unauthorized biography, had a bone to pick, and
did he use his spikes as a deadly weapon, as we all imagine?
I mean, they said he played hard.
Yeah.
They said he played really hard. They said he had a temper for sure, but they said, the whole was massive racist bit was just a bit. Like, he wasn't the world's best guy, but he certainly wasn't the worst, and so I found that really fascinating. And I mean, the 8-man out thing, I've been obsessed with that since I was a kid. I thought that was the coolest, craziest story of all time. And
it's one of those, they did the wrong thing. They're the bad guys. Like, they cheated, and yet you're like, I kind of get it.
Dude, their owner was the worst.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, you one more start to get your $100 bonus. Put him on the bench. You know what I mean? Like, he was terrible. Charles Comiskey, was just a horrific owner. Awful conditions, all of it. And this is why I tend to side with the players in a lot of cases.
I wonder how history will treat Ben and Woods.
Oh, I wonder.
Many years from now. When they write the book about us.
Yeah.
All right, we will take a timeout. When we come back, it is time for Smart Baseball with Eno Sarris from The Athletic. He will join us, and then we'll go right over to the round table with special guest Brian Lawrence. Ben and Woods broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Quickly, first, let me tell you about my friends over at Super Sure. They are the super agency built for you for all your insurance, business insurance, and employee benefits. If you need something like that, if you have a company that is more than 25 employees, and if you're the owner, CFO, HR manager, and that's kind of falls in your lane of things to handle, definitely recommend reaching out to Super Sure today. Licensed in every state, including ours, for your business insurance and employee benefits. Got a DM from a guy yesterday that said, hey, man, I've heard your Super Sure spots, and my wife is an HR manager. Going to have her look into it. I said, that's excellent, man. Absolutely excellent. You can utilize all the tools that they have at your disposal, like the fine print facts and the business value calculator. You can see what your business is worth. You know what actually needs protecting and covering. Go to supersure.com today. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com, paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency. He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
This hour, 97.3 The Fan, is brought to you by GL Pools, the swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans for 20 years. Baseball season is in full swing. So is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now, mention radio for 20% off new service plans in 2026. Going to get Eno Sarris on the line here in just a minute, hopefully, for some smart baseball from The Athletic. Speaking of The Athletic, new piece from Dennis Lin about Ethan Salas. Ethan Salas is nearly ready. Whether the Padres are ready for him is another question. He's done well at AAA in limited action since being promoted to El Paso. Bat's been good. Saw him steal a base.
Yeah, swiped a bag.
Like double-digit stolen bases from a catcher who also plays, high level of defense and has been putting the ball in play with a little bit of power. That is a rare combination indeed. And still, he's only 19 years old.
19, buddy.
19. Jackson Merrill got called up at age 21.
Was he 21?
Maybe 20. 20 when he was called up, just for a brief time, then turned 21. But that's young. I think Fernando was 19 when he first got called up to the Padres back in 2018, was it? But you don't see a lot of 19-year-olds in the big leagues. And the difference, though, with Fernando was Padres weren't really contenders yet.
Yeah, you could come up and fail. And they certainly weren't in a pennant race like we're in now.
That would be a lot of pressure to jump up to the big league level in the middle of a chase to make the playoffs.
The other thing is you don't need him necessarily. You don't need him right now.
You're really getting great production from both of your catchers right now.
How about Freddie Fermin's challenges yesterday?
They were
spectacular.
Yeah,
spectacular.
The only challenge issue I had was Xander not challenging in the 10th. Was it in the 10th inning?
Yeah, it was like a 1-0 or 2-0.
Or in the 8th. No, it was in the 8th inning. Then he grounded into the double play.
That's right.
After not challenging the 2-0, which would have made it 3-0. Then he took another ball, which would have been ball 4, and then he grounded into a double play to what we thought would up
Freddie
the
was
threat,
on.
but Freddie was sharp behind the plate. All right, we got
I have tracked Eno down. It's first day of school, he said. So I go, "Are you even good still?" And he goes, "Yeah, we're good." But that's why we had to track him down.
All right, let's get to
It's
his
time
intro.
for the Super Polished, just to be named Smart Baseball Weekly segment with Eno Sarris, son of a bitch. Brought to you by 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from the ballpark, by the bay in Chula Vista.
Good morning, Eno. We were just talking about your colleague Dennis Lynn's story on Ethan Salas. And Padres are getting good production out of their catchers right now, and I just don't know how many 19-year-old catchers you bring up into a pennant race at this point. And there's also the issue of if they bring him up and then there's a lockout, he's on the 40-man, and your minor leaguers who are not on the 40-man, you can still work with, and if there's a lockout.
Also, good morning, Eno.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, Eno. Sorry.
Ben was not.
How was school drop-off? Hope you're having a great morning.
What grade are your kids
I
going
just
in?
jumped over the pleasantry.
He has never heard of Foreplay in his life. He wants to get right down to the action every single time. How are you, bud?
Doing good.
And can you now answer Ben's litany of questions?
Yeah. First day of high school and first day of middle school.
Come on. Huge day.
Double whammy.
Huge day. Love it.
Yeah. So, no, I mean, I think that is going to be a concern. We may not see some of the young players that we want to see, down the stretch because, one thing that teams have been doing is waiting for right about now is where you can bring a guy up and he won't exhaust his rookie eligibility. So in the past couple of years, you would see some exciting young prospects that they still want to keep in case their rookie eligibility, in case they could win Rookie of the Year, in which gets them a draft pick. So, in the past, we've seen some exciting players come up right about now, and we may not see that as much this year because of the things you mentioned. And I don't know that AJ cares about such things as
Right.
much.
Right.
I mean, he's willing to buck tradition and go the other way. But if it was maybe more of a need, I mean, I guess the question becomes like, is Campy a good enough hitter to DH, or are you sending Campy down?
No. He's a good enough hitter to DH.
He's a good enough hitter to DH,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Right.
And then, you got 3 catchers and then 2 catchers and a DH. Maybe it's necessary, at this point. But the way that the offense has gone right now, I mean, the turnaround has been fantastic. I mean, it couldn't be better. Like they're leading Major League Baseball in categories in the second half, and that we never thought. And we'd said it all year. It's Jackson, it's Toddy, it's Manny.
Yeah,
those guys getting going, and look at what we have—a pretty exciting baseball team that just swept the best team in baseball.
Yeah, they look great, and in the last 30 days are the best offense in baseball.
Yep.
So it's a pretty remarkable turnaround. And I've been saying like they're going to go as their stars go. It does beg the question for me is like, were those turnarounds, did they take longer than you expect, or like why did they take so long? I mean, we were all shouting at the TV about Tatis, opening up more, and why was he so closed for 2.5 months? And then he finally opened up and regained the power. The thing with Merrill, Dennis has a really good story about it. I get this one because, when you chase at pitches outside the zone, it's not good usually because contact at pitches outside the zone is not as good as pitches inside the zone. And you whiff more out there. So I get when a hitting coach or a hitter says, I want to chase less, but it has been my finding from like looking through research that the only way to chase less is to swing less overall and be less aggressive. And the problem with being less aggressive is that there's so much power out in front that you end up sapping your power. And I think that's exactly what Jackson Merrill did. In the story with Dennis, he says, stop worrying about chasing, and you can see his swing rates are up above the board. And yes, he's chasing more, but he's refound that power. I think if I was coaching a guy that had high chase, I would say, well, you just have to be super aggressive in the zone then, because you're going to have this chase rate, and the relationship between how much you chase and how much you swing in the zone doesn't change much over your career.
I do feel.
So I would just say aggressive guys need to be aggressive in the zone,
Yeah, I do feel, like at least Manny, and we saw the story about him working with Teacher Man in the offseason, and maybe Fernando as well, and now with Jackson and the chasing thing, they all tried to make themselves better in the offseason and somehow messed themselves up for the start of the season. And that was what they've been working with for like months to try to undo damage that was done during the offseason in their attempt to make their games better, which you can't criticize a player for working hard in the offseason to try to make themselves better. But then when it doesn't work, you're left in this no man's land early in the season where do I stick with changes that aren't working, or do I work to try to get myself back to what I was before? But that's going to take, a lot of undoing. And that's, I think, what the Padres were going through in the first half of the season.
Yeah, it does speak to the difficulty of training as a hitter in the offseason. Training as a pitcher in the offseason is like, okay, well, I'm going to try and add a cutter. I know what the ideal shape is of the cutter, and I'm going to throw in front of this TrackMan, and it's going to tell me if I've got the shape I want. Boom, done. There's obviously some levels of competing and sequencing and figuring out how to put all your pitches together, but at least you can add a pitch and it won't like break you, But hitters, you're not facing, even if you try to face live BP or the hit off the trajectory or anything, you're just not, it's not the same as hitting during games. So I feel for hitters in the off season.
Yeah.
They can train for bat speed. They can put on some weight so that they're stronger through the season. They can try to see as much live pitching as they can, but it's just not going to be the same. And that's why in spring training, you can see the hitters are way behind the pitchers.
Yeah, every year. And you know what else? And I brought this up to somebody else this week. Typically, we see this every year in San Diego, especially. I can recall Luis Arraez coming in saying, they want me to walk more. I should walk more. I need to be better about pitch selection. And then Jackson Merrill was like, I need to be more selective. And Jake Cronenworth and Manny Machado even was like, I need to go for power more. I almost feel like you should just not say a word. You just come in and do what you've done that what got you to the big leagues, because they all get off the like, of course you want to walk more if they're not throwing you your pitch that you can do damage with, but like to say it out loud, I feel like takes away some of the attack mentality that like Jackson Merrill had.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And I think it also speaks to like, a little bit of like, well, we look at the stat line, we say, this player would be better if he walked more. And you're just like, yeah, but would he though? Because it would change his entire mentality of the play, like you're saying. And it's like, I think that things should be much more specialized. I think some of the better training facilities you go to, have you undergo some, biometric analysis and some swing analysis, and then they'll really try to hone it in on just what you're doing. Jordan Walker this past offseason did that, where, they were like, okay, we need to work on swing shape, your attack angle, this very specific thing. And that becomes a little bit more like what I was talking about with pitching, right?
Yeah.
That's more like adding a cutter.
Correct.
Like, okay, I'm going to work on my attack angle, and, and then hopefully that ports over, but it won't break me, because it's just a sort of mechanical thing in the swing. Now, I said that, and, obviously Teacher Man's teachings are mostly mechanical. So, something there. But I also know that from experience that, like, yes, Teacher Man helped Aaron Judge become who he is. But what I've heard is that it's that kind of move that he teaches, it works for some people and it really doesn't for other people. And that's just been my experience. I've talked to people who, worked with him and were like, nope, it was not my thing at all. And then of course he has, Aaron Judge and other people who say, he's the best.
It's weird to watch,
man. A little bit about how your swing looks and what your swing does. And he has this like kind of this one idea that kind of clicks for some people.
Talking to Eno Sarris on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bang Banking. It's better. And at least, the Padres batters seem to have fixed themselves. Cal Raleigh, I saw the stat yesterday, is trending toward one of the largest drop-offs in OPS from one season to the next in baseball history. He's just never been able to figure it out all year, and we're kind of getting into historic territory now. I mean, he was so unbelievably good last year. What happened? Any ideas?
Yeah, I do have an idea. So, I said that your the relationship between how often you swing inside the zone and outside the zone is really sticky. Year to year and through a career, his is off right now. And another player is off is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Now, I did the research, and most of these guys that are off like that do return to norms either that season or the next season. So, their approach, I think, will kind of come online again, like, Merrill's did. But there's another thing that's kind of interesting about both Vladdy and Cal Raleigh is they're both somewhat extreme. Like, they both swing the bat really fast. They both have really interesting contact points. Vladdy hits a lot of ground balls, for a guy that has that much power. So, he's got a flat swing. Cal Raleigh's got this release point, this contact point that's way out in front. Like, he's more out in front than almost any other player in baseball. And so I think that there's something fragile if you're extreme. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you're way out in front, then it has to be perfect. Your approach has to be perfect because you have to know balls and strikes perfectly, and you have to swing early to get the contact point that far out in front. And there's something fragile about Vladdy's too, where Vladdy gets it going. He's white hot like he was through the playoffs, but it also can turn into even a full lost season. So I don't know what I would do if I was coaching these guys, but I would just say that, like, if you've got really extreme, anything about your swing, then you've got to have your approach really dialed in.
Really appreciate it. We'll let you get back to first day of school and just recovering from what that feels like in your household. But we will talk
Deep
to
breath,
you,
buddy. Deep breath.
next week, man. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, guys.
Eno Sarris from The Athletic, and interesting stuff. I mean, I think it is easier to be a pitcher, at least in the off season, than be a hitter and try to change your swing and figure things out when you're not actually playing in the games.
Yeah, I mean, it's really this week's episode 2 of Rates and Barrels. I listened to it like 3:00 this morning with Zach Mizell, who's he covers the Guardians. Mm-hmm. If you want a pretty good preview, we could talk about it tomorrow too on the show about what's kind of gone wrong in Cleveland, what's gone right in Cleveland. They got some good pitching as usual, right? They added at the deadline this year. But it'll be a good series preview if you want to listen to that. Rates and Barrels on listen to it on Spotify. Eno is a stud. So is his co-host. They're great. Man walks. She goes, "What are you listening to?" I go, "Rates and Barrels." It's like 3:30 in the morning. But Eno's such a G, man. He knows it inside and out.
Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. In just a couple of minutes, we'll head over to our sound space for the Epic Wings, Epic Padres Roundtable. We'll start with a discussion of yesterday's game as well and get everybody's thoughts on it, because I know I wanted to bring it back, but it's such a short show that we didn't really talk much about it outside of our first hour and a half or so. But we will talk about yesterday's sweep of the Milwaukee Brewers with Brian Lawrence, our special guest. And then tomorrow we'll have our SDCCU management report. Greg Stammen will join us at 8:35 from Cleveland, Ohio, as they get ready to open that 6-game road trip and 3-game series against the Guardians, with Michael King on the mound against Gavin Williams in game 1 tomorrow.
What a matchup.
SDCCU. It's not big bank banking. It is better. Yeah, these 3-hour shows do tend to fly by on a Thursday morning.
Yeah, they're never good either.
But we got a lot of good talk coming up in our roundtable. So you just want to join us. We will stop our live stream on YouTube. You know how to get over to the hopefully the YouTube stream for the roundtable in just a second, and then we will rejoin you, Paulie. We will see you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for our Friday edition.
Guys.
Thank you very much. Grab a wing or two. Woodsy's promised to eat more than one wing this week, so we will see you all in just about 6 minutes for our Epic Wings Roundtable. For Paul Reindl, Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. I'll talk to you in just a moment here on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.